Ah, you scared me. Hello, hello, welcome in. We are just getting ready for the matchup between the Bears and the 49ers. Getting ready in just a few short moments. I am Joby Wan. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share. And we are just waiting to get underway. Bears have a slew of illnesses affecting the team tonight. Let's see, get back to the tweets here. But the Bears had a bunch of guys masking up, taking separate flights to get out to Santa Clara tonight. Um, Roma Dunze, we already knew was going to be inactive. He has the foot injury still. Olamide Zacchaeus, one of those people struck with an illness, he will not be available for the Bears tonight. Among others, Ruben Hippolyte, Nick McLeod, Dallas Flowers, that must be a pickup or a practice squad sign up. Luke Newman and Case Keenum. So DJ Moore had been reported as coming down with this sickness as well, but he will be available. Darnell Wright, Nashawn Wright, Josh Blackwell, all active. DJ Moore active. But yeah, so illness running rampant through the Bears locker room this week. And try as they may to get to keep other guys from getting sick. They had at least 8 guys with an illness going into this week. It's already rough enough when you're crossing a couple of time zones to take on a team, but then you gotta have sick guys on top of it. So I don't imagine it's going to be an easy matchup tonight. But then again, I didn't think it was going to be easy either way. One piece of good news is that George Kittle will not be active. He was expected to be back this evening for the 49ers, but he will not be available to them. He was a last minute scratch there. But again, no Olamide Zacchaeus today. So we have DJ Moore, Luther Burden, Jade Walker will be active. And then who is the other receiver? There's another call up that they are bringing up today. Let's see here. Who is the other receiver for the Bears today? Oh, we'll catch it in a little bit. But Bears still without Roma Dunze, unfortunately, today. However, what up, Sex Machine? Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. We are just moments away. We have the Carrie Underwood version of the Faith Hill song going on now here. Just get through that, and then we will have our kickoff underway. Seattle Seahawks unfortunately got the victory earlier today over Carolina. We needed Carolina to get that victory to have a better shot at getting the 1 seed today or by the end of the season. Bears still have a chance at getting it. They would have to beat San Francisco tonight and then have San Francisco turn around and beat Seattle next week. The only problem with that is that if San Francisco does lose to our Bears tonight, they will no longer be eligible to get the 1 seed as they would not be able to catch Seattle. And then they would basically have nothing to play for because they would be locked into their playoff seed next week. So I imagine if San Francisco loses tonight, they're probably going to rest some guys next week. So the more I look at it, the more I don't think the Bears are going to get the 1 seed, even if they win their last 2 games, which is unfortunate. So we are very likely looking at a 2-7 matchup against the Packers to start out the playoffs. My goodness. That is going to be what? 3 Bear Packer games inside of what, 7 weeks of each other, something like that? That's most likely what's going to be happening. So you get a Bear Packer rubber match and wild card weekend. And hopefully our boys can Get that ever elusive playoff victory that they haven't had since the 2010 season. Ugh. Once again, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. I am Joby Wan, Bears fan, super nerd, and I have been here all season streaming our boys. And we are just moments away from the kickoff of the 16th game of the year, week 17 of the season. We have been guaranteed an 18th game on the year, which is wonderful news. Bears did secure their playoff spot last week, and with the Packers' loss last night against Baltimore, they secured the division championship. So the Bears guaranteed at least one playoff game at home this season. And like I say, it'd pretty much take a miracle for them to get. I will not be turning the game on. We do not do that here. If you would like to watch the game, it is live on Peacock or on NBC on your local television. I am here to provide Bears biased commentary for you. My live reactions to last week's Bears Packer game. Definitely my most watched YouTube video so far this year. I do encourage you to go ahead and check that out. My YouTube channel for you TikTokers, of course, is the same name, Joby Wan. You can find my reactions to all the Bears games on the year this year. Just started these channels over the summer and been slowly, honing my craft. We're closing in on the end of season one. I've already got some new ideas, for season two of the Joby Wan experience. So stay tuned for that. But we are still in the midst of season one, 2 games left in the regular season, and 1 guaranteed home playoff game. Again, the Bears would need to beat San Francisco and then have San Francisco turn around and beat Seattle next week in order to get the 1 seed. But again, if San Francisco were to lose tonight, they would essentially have nothing to play for. We are at a commercial break right now. I imagine the opening kick is just moments away. We already got our opening monologues from Tirico and Collinsworth, so underway momentarily. Oh, yeah. Come on, let's get to the game. I've been waiting 8 days for this, We played Saturday last week, so I had to wait a whole extra day for this. Plus, it's the night game, so I've been waiting all day for this, too. Didn't watch a ton of football this afternoon. I did watch that crazy ending between Buffalo and Philadelphia. Josh Allen, clearly, hobbled this week. Could not get the Superman done as much as he tried, but unable to get it done. I caught the end of the Pittsburgh-Cleveland game. Of course, Cleveland doing everything they can to play spoiler to Pittsburgh. That division comes down to a Week 18 matchup. Got 2 divisions coming down to a Week 18 matchup. The AFC North and the NFC South. And I guess it's fair to call those divisions the worst divisions in football this year, as it looks like both divisions will be fielding an 8-win division winner. What was it in 2010? The Bears managed to get the Seattle Seahawks as their opponents in the first round. Seattle, of course, that year went 7-9 and made the playoffs. I still remember the Onion headline that year. Bears make history by beating shittiest playoff team ever. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We have the NFL logo on the screen, and now they're going to give us some sort of obligatory intro. They already gave us the Samurai Mike intro about 20 minutes ago, 25 minutes ago. It's like, of course, we can't have a Bears primetime game without referencing the 85 Bears at some point. It's 40 years ago. We need to leave that in the dust. We need to make a new legacy, a new history. And hopefully, we are in the midst of that beginning. We certainly don't expect our boys to go all the way this year, but it would be quite the fairy tale beginning if that were to happen. That's for sure. They're just getting our intro video package and cutaway to Santa Clara. And I believe we should have our opening kick in a few short seconds here. Caleb Williams, the number one overall pick, taking on Brock Purdy, the final pick, Mr. Irrelevant. How crazy of a dichotomy is that? Brock Purdy, even though he's been in the league a few years now, he still looks like a 17-year-old kid. That's right. He missed 8 games this year due to injury. Mac Jones in relief, keeping him afloat. It's amazing as injured as the 49ers have been this year that they're in the position they're in. Bear down, baby. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. I will be here all night, of course, calling this Bears game with a Bears bias, of course. Bears have a couple of former players on the other sideline tonight. The 49ers have named an honorary captain. It's not even on the team anymore, of course, but Robbie Gold is an honorary captain for the 49ers tonight. And of course, Eddie Pinheiro is kicking for the 49ers. So a couple of former Bears kickers out in Santa Clara. One playing for his team, one supporting his team. Oh, we're all watching it, Sharon. I guarantee it. Again, Bears hoping for an outside shot at the number 1 seed, but it would require San Francisco next week to beat Seattle with essentially nothing to play for. So I feel like our odds on this one are not very high. But hey, I wouldn't be too nervous. I think these are going to be a pair of evenly matched teams. I think it's going to be a competitive game. And even if the Bears lose, not the end of the world. We do have a bunch of sick players. There was 8 guys who had illnesses on the trip over. And of course, crossing a couple of time zones is already difficult enough when you're the road team. Of course, to have a bunch of sick players on top of it. But next man up, this team is definitely tough, and they are going to be ready to go. Cairo Santos ready to kick this ball away. It is in the air, and we are underway out in Santa Clara. Ball will be taken in right at the goal line. Return across the 10-yard line to the 20, out to the 23. That's where he will be gang tackled, and that is going to be where the 49ers take over. Sky Moore with 23 yards on the return. And out comes Brock Purdy and company, along with Christian McCaffrey. And then a whole slew of backups due to the injuries out here. Again, no George Kittle. They do, of course, have their perennial Pro Bowl left tackle Trent Williams out there. Hopefully Montez Sweat can get around him at some point today. All right, Purdy in the shotgun. CMC lined up next to him. Use check in motion. Takes the snap, looking out to the right. Throws it out there, and that's going to be intercepted on the first play. Tipped by Jalen Johnson. Picked off by TJ Edwards. Return. Pick 6 to start the game. Bear down, baby. Brock Purdy on the first play of the game. Trying to throw it out there. Gets tipped by Jalen Johnson into the hands of TJ Edwards. And the Bears get spotted 7. 15 seconds off the clock, baby. Woo! 14 minutes into this stream, and we already have our first points of the game. TJ Edwards, pick 6. Hell yeah. You can't ask for a better start to the game than that. The Niners start with the ball, and the Bears get the points. All right. Cairo Santos out for the extra point here. Snap, the spot, the kick. It is up, and it is through. 7-0 Chicago. Brock Purdy spotting a 7 on his first throw of the game. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. The Bears have already put 7 on the first play of the game. Brock Purdy dropping back, throwing out to his right, looking for Jawan Jennings, who was blanket covered by Jalen Johnson, tips the ball in the air to TJ Edwards, who returns it for 6. And the Bears are on top. Man, I can't ask for a better opening to this game. I see, Sharon, you got the same reaction I do too. If you have the ability, you can pause your TV, and get the action timed up with me. I will give you frequent time steps so you can kind of tell where we're at in the game. Of course, I haven't had an opportunity to do that yet because we've only had one offensive play run so far, and it turned out to be a defensive score by our Bears. 14:45 remaining. Cairo Santos about to kick this off again, probably thinking to himself, hey, I just did this a few minutes ago. All right, Santos with the ball in the air once again. That will be taken in. It will not be taken in. That will bounce in the end zone, and that will be going for a touchback. San Francisco will take over at the 35, and feels like we're just getting going. Hell yeah, bear down, baby. Welcome in, Jessica. Nice to see you. Bears getting spotted 7 on the first play of the game by Brock Purdy. Of course, the Bears with the most takeaways in the league. All right, Niners going to try this again. Purdy under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Fakes the handoff to CMC, rolling out to his right. He's looking for the same, or he's looking to throw it out to the right side again. His receiver got legs tangled up with the coverage, and that's going to fall incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Purdy out there looking for Ricky Pearsall out on the right side of the field there. Got tangled up with, looks to be Nashawn Wright was covering him out there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. It's amazing. I love the pick 6 right out of the gate. The 49ers want to spot a 7 to start this game. I'm all for it. All right, 14:40 left. Clock is stagnant at the moment because of the incompletion. Purdy under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wide out. CMC lined up behind him. Pitches it to CMC, runs out to the right. He's going to try to turn the corner on it, and he'll be brought down after a gain of about 3 yards. 14:33, 14:32, 14:31 remaining on this clock in this first quarter. And the Niners are already up to 3rd down on this second drive already. Their first drive, of course, ending immediately in a pick 6. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for like more, subscribe more, share more. 3rd down and 7. Purdy in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts and CMC lined up next to him. Takes a snap, throwing over the middle. That is going to be completed. That is to his tight end, Jake Tongs, former Bears backup tight end. That's going to give the Niners a 1st down. 13:49, 13:48 remaining in this first quarter. Jake Tongs lined up out in the slot, being covered by Tremaine Edmonds, who was unfortunately trailing him on the route the entire time. Nice ball by Purdy in between the coverage, and that gets him a 1st down across midfield down to the 44, where Purdy is under center. He again has 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Turns, hands it off to McCaffrey, who's going to carry it up the right side, and he has about 9 yards on that 1st down carry, out to about the 35-yard line, where he would be just shy of another 49ers 1st down. 13:14, 13:13, 13:12 remaining in this first quarter. All right, 2nd down and 1. Purdy under center, sends a man in motion. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Hands it off to CMC, who's going to carry it up the middle. He'll be met right at the line to gain and pushed backwards. It will be very close to a 1st down. And if I had to guess, it would be 3rd down and inches incoming. 12:35, 12:34, 12:33 remaining in this first quarter. Bears leading 7-0 after the Purdy pick 6 on the first play. Niners getting a second chance to drive here, and they are doing so. They now have they did give them a first down on that play. It is first and 10 around the 34-yard line of Chicago now. So after the big mistake on the opener, Niners moving the ball fairly well now. Ball is at the Chicago 34. Purdy under center, two tight ends, two wideouts. Use check in motion, turns, fakes the handoff to CMC, looking over the middle. This time tries to dump it out to CMC over the middle, but that's going to be broken up by Austin Booker, and that is going to bring up second down and 10. Austin Booker getting the big paws up there and just knocking that thing down. Might have had a chance at intercepting that thing had he been able to see it a little bit better. Oh yeah. Didn't time his jump perfectly, but man, managed to knock that baby down. That would have been a nice little check down pass to CMC, but ultimately falls incomplete. Second down and 10 incoming. CMC in motion. Brock Purdy in the shotgun. Empty backfield, takes a snap, throws out to his right. That's going to be complete to Tongs again, and he's going to pick up about 7 on that second down gain. Was tackled immediately by 2 Bears on that play. That will bring up third down and about 3 with 11:44, 11:43, 11:42 remaining in this first quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are out in Santa Clara where the Bears have a 7-0 lead and 11:30 remaining in this first quarter. Is third down and 2. Niners are driving. They are inside the Bears 30 at the 26-yard line. They need the 24 for the first down. Purdy under center. He's got a man in motion, turns, fakes the handoff to CMC under pressure, stepping to his right, throws over the middle. That's going to be complete right near the goal line. That is going to be caught by Demarcus Robinson, who has a first down right at the 1-yard line. But there is, however, a flag on this play. It is going to be a hold on the defense, so that will be declined. And the Niners have first and goal at the 1-yard line after the pass to Demarcus Robinson by Brock Purdy. Let's get another look at that one. My TV is cutting out a little bit. Don't like that. Nashawn Wright trailing on the coverage and was unable to get it. Purdy fakes the handoff, throws it over to the left side to a wide open Jake Tongs, who was just not being covered in the end zone. And that is going to be a 49ers touchdown. Jake Tongs catching the touchdown on a wide open route. Nobody out there covering him. Let's see who busted off the coverage on that one. Tremaine Edmonds was over on that side and did not go with the man. Kevin Byard out there trying to cover 2 guys in the end zone, unfortunately. All right, snap the spot. The kick is up, and Eddie Pinheiro has the extra points. This is now a tie ball game, 7-7. And we are going to have a commercial break here. Niners spot 7 to the Bears right out the gate, but then they immediately drive down and score 7 of their own to tie it up. That was one thing that had been said earlier in the week by a couple of talking heads, is that Brock Purdy is prone to throw you a couple during the game, and he did it right out of the gate here. You got to enjoy that, of course, but can't hold the Niners offense down for long. Yeah, definitely pretty much jumped right out of my seat on that first one, that pick six. I couldn't contain myself on that. I mean, like, again, what a great way to start out the game. You know, you can't ask for much better. That's right up there with starting out the Super Bowl with a kickoff return for a touchdown. Hopefully this one has a different ending than that one did. We are about 4.5 minutes into the first quarter. The game is tied 7-7. Bears had a pick six to start out the game, and then the Niners managed to drive the field 9 plays, 65 yards on their second drive, and tied up the ball game. Caleb Williams and company haven't even touched the ball yet. They will be getting their first offensive possession as soon as we get back from the commercial break here. Billy Bob Thornton's telling us about T-Mobile right now. Just waiting for that to be done with. All right, let's see if we have any updates from the sidelines while we're waiting here. Now my Twitter is not cooperating here. There we go. Oh, apparently 49ers left tackle Trent Williams questionable to return to the game with a hamstring injury. That's a big deal. I mean, clearly their best offensive lineman by far, and I believe he's been oft oft injured this year. But that's a big deal if their best offensive lineman is no longer available. Of course, I was singing his praises the at the beginning of this game, so that's crazy. Ah, what did I do to my hand? Anyways, welcome in, welcome in. We are tied at 7. We have 10:57 remaining in this first quarter, and we are just waiting for the 49ers to kick the ball to the Bears, where they will finally get their first offensive possession. As Caleb and company were on the bench when the first 7 went on the board for the Bears. Eddie Pinheiro getting ready to kick this one away. Of course, Eddie, the former Bears kicker. The ball is in the air. That's going to be taken in. Up. He was thinking about kneeling on it. He was just inside the end zone, but he could not as he stepped out. And that will be returned to the 29 by Josh Blackwell. And that is where the Bears will take over. Caleb Williams and company taking the field. Again, no Roma Dunze. Luther Burden is back this week. Of course, these weapons at tight end, Cole Kmet, Colston Loveland, both available. This offensive line, one of the best in the league, all healthy today. Darnell Wright was one of the sick players, but he's starting today. Caleb in the shotgun, empty backfield. Everybody split out wide. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking right, throws it and completes it to Cole Kmet for a gain of about 7 on that first down play. 10:44 remaining in this first quarter. 2nd down and 3 incoming. Caleb with a completion to start off his first offensive series. Cole Kmet on a 7-yard catch, and he does his patented kind of fall over move after he catches the ball. Cole Kmet, if he kept his legs the majority of the time, could probably just rumble for another 10 yards every time. But anyways, Caleb in the shotgun, Swift lined up behind him. Kmet in motion, turns, fakes the handoff to Swift, looking to his left. Tried to get it out to Swift on a dump off, but that gets batted down at the line of scrimmage, and that will bring up 3rd down and 3. That was Jordan Elliott, the defensive tackle, getting his hands up in the air, knocking the ball down. Some big men in the middle there. Joe Tooney doing the best he could, but just got pushed backwards on that play. Good pressure up the middle by Jordan Elliott. 3rd down and 3. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up behind him. He's got 2 men out to the left, 2 tight ends to his right. Caleb moving under center now. Sends Loveland in motion. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Swift. Plenty of time to throw. Fakes the dump off. Stays on his feet. Now looks like he's going to try to roll out. Fires that one out there to Ja'Day Walker, but is unable to come up with the catch. And there is now a flag on the field. Let's see what this call is going to be. Caleb with all sorts of trickeration. Looks like the Bears are going to have an illegal motion, and this is going to go against them. So this would bring up either 4th down or back them up for a 3rd and 8. I imagine the Niners are going to opt to decline the penalty and go for 4th down. Caleb looks awfully confused. Now there is no foul. They picked up the flag, not the plague. I don't know what the heck that is. But that brings up 4th down and 3, and I imagine the Bears will be punting it away. That is, in fact, what they're going to do. Torrey Taylor out on the field. We have 10:07 remaining in this first quarter, and the Bears' drive will stagnate after 1 positive play. 7-yard gainer to Cole Kmet, and nothing after. Torrey Taylor receives the snap, kicks the ball away. Nice high kick. That is going to bounce at the 5, and that will go into the end zone and for a touchback, and the Niners will take over from their own 20 with 9:59 remaining in the first quarter with a tie ball game when we return from the commercial. Bears defense scoring the first points of the game. Offense only able to get 7 yards so far. So, uh, Bears offense, the first half of the season or so, very good on opening drives on the scripted plays. Last few weeks, first quarter offense not really putting much on the board, unfortunately. So, that's certainly concerning going into the postseason. Need to get those scripted plays to do a little bit more for you early on in the game. Yeah, I don't know why the 49ers get all our old kickers, but, you know, we went through, quite the slew of them for a few years. Of course, John Fox got rid of Robbie Gould because he didn't like a kicker being, one of the leaders of a team, one of the more outspoken members of the team, and that sent the Bears into kicker hell for, like, the next 5 years. And Cairo Santos, while he's had his kinda moments, has been, fairly solid kicker for the Bears over the last couple of seasons now, so but yeah, getting rid of Robbie was a huge mistake, but that was all predicated by John Fox. The Bears will not be moving to Indiana. I can guarantee you that. That's a sad ploy by their team president, who clearly is inexperienced with Chicago politics, Illinois politics. But he was trying to pit Arlington Heights and the Chicago Park District against one another, and neither one of them wants to play ball. So now he's trying to throw a Hail Mary by, saying, "Oh, yeah, we'll move to Gary, Indiana, or we'll move to, Highland, Indiana," or something. Like, that's not happening. There's no way. And even if they did, hey, you know what? Because, going to Indiana is only a little bit further than going to Chicago, and, hey, the state of Illinois wouldn't have to pay for it. It'd be a win-win for the city of Chicago, to be honest, because 'cause it'd still be called the Chicago Bears, I guarantee that. And then, like I say, the state of Illinois wouldn't be on the hook for any of the taxes for it. So, all right, we are back from the commercial break. 9:59 remaining in this first quarter's 7-7 ball game. And the 49ers will be taking over at their own 20 after the touchback by Torrey Taylor. Bears' first offensive drive stagnated. Bears, of course, got their first 7 by the defense. You see Trent Williams on the sideline. He has been listed as questionable to return. He is not out there, of course. Brock Purdy in the shotgun, 3 wide outs, CMC in motion. Juszczyk lined up next to him, takes a snap, looking over the middle, dumps it out there, and that is going to be complete. Needed 10 yards, got 11. That's Jake Tongs, once again, the tight end, former Bears tight end, with the 11-yard catch on first down. Now they're showing us what happened to Williams. And it looks like a non-contact injury. That's bad news, unfortunately for him. You can see he is not happy on that sideline. That sucks. 9:26, 9:25, 9:24 remaining. Purdy takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to McCaffrey, who takes it out the right side, tries to turn the corner, but will be unable to, and that will be stopped for no gain. Second down and 10 incoming with 9:13, 9:12, 9:11 remaining in this first quarter. No Niners. Go Bears. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are in the first quarter with a tie ball game. Trent Williams has been listed as questionable to return for the 49ers, of course, their best offensive lineman. The way he looks on that sideline, I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon. Purdy in the shotgun, 3 wideouts. Backup running back lined up next to him, fakes the handoff, looking over the middle, plenty of time to throw, steps up in the pocket. Now he's roll out to his right and he's scrambling and he's going to pick up about 4 yards on his legs as Montez Sweat was pressuring him. Joe Tryon Shoyinka chasing him down, and that's going to bring up a third down and manageable. No, I guess I lied. Third down and 6 for these 49ers with 8:19, 8:18, 8:17 remaining. Thank you for the congrats there. That is very gracious of you as a Packer fan, and very kind. It's been a while since we got that. 2018, I think, was the last division championship. But hey, I'm a little tired. I'm normally not up this late. I work, 5 a.m. shift every day. Purdy in the shotgun throws it out there, and that's going to be batted down at the line of scrimmage. Fourth down and 6 incoming. Bears coming up with a stop. That is Austin Booker once again getting his hands up in the air and batting it down. Yeah, I'm a early first shifter, so my alarm goes off at 3:30 in the morning. So I'm normally on the job by 5 a.m. So this is kind of like closing in on bedtime for me already. I got a bunch of caffeine in me, and that usually caused me to stumble over myself. So that's no good either. Oh, we'll be playing in the playoffs. I feel like it's going to be a wild card weekend. It's going to be the 2-7 matchup. Niners have the punt away. That'll be fair caught by Devin Duvernay around the 15-yard line, and that's where the Bears will take over with 7:44 remaining. 7-7 game, and we are about to head to commercial break. But yeah, I was going over the scenario a little bit earlier. The 49ers have a chance to get the number 1 seed, but they have to obviously win tonight and then beat Seattle next week. However, if the Bears win tonight, they would need the 49ers to beat Seattle next week to get the number 1 seed. And the problem with that is that if the 49ers lose tonight, they basically have nothing to play for. They'd be locked in at the number 5 seed next week. And then they would probably be, content to rest guys or whatever, for the final game of the year because they would be unable to change their seed should they lose tonight. So that would be bad news for the Bears' chances of getting the 1 seed, needing a 49ers victory over Seattle next week. So I feel that even if the Bears get this victory tonight, I severely doubt their chances of getting that 1 seed. So that's why I feel like it is going to be 100% the 2-7 match, Bears Packers wild card weekend. Caleb Williams, he needs 2 300-yard games basically to pull that off. I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to have to wait till next year on that one. Commenter on TikTok asked if Caleb's going to make 4,000 yards this year, be the first Bears quarterback to do it. And he needs 2 300-yard games or, any combination of yardage between those 2 games to get it done. I don't think it's going to happen. Hey, I'm all for it. But yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. So, oh, yeah. Wednesday at our usual meeting place. Now I'm wondering who you are. Wednesday. Who do I see on Wednesday? Oh, okay. Now I got it. I got it. All right. We are back from the commercial. Bears taking over around their own 16-yard line. Yep, I got you. Do I think we will win? I always think we will win. Although that Bears confidence did not manifest itself until about midway through the season. So 7:44 remaining. Caleb under center. He's got a strong I formation behind him. 2 receivers out to his right, 1 tight end to his left. Sends a man in motion. Takes the snap, turns, hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the middle, and he's going to be met for about a 2-yard gain on that first down carry. 2nd down and 8 incoming with 7:35 remaining in this first quarter. Bears offense, say early in the season, getting it done on the first couple of drives, scoring points early in the first quarter has not been the case over the last month or so now. I love that guy's name, Diamador Lenoir. That's an awesome name. Caleb under center again, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Manungai lined up behind him. Turns, hands it off to Manungai, who carries it up the middle once again, and that's going to go for about 4 yards on that 2nd down carry. Excuse me, that'll be about 3 yards, and that will bring up 3rd down and 5. 6:50, 6:49 remaining in this first quarter. Bear down, Bob. Oh yeah, Bears Packers in the playoffs is always a happening thing. It's only happened a couple of times, but all right, 3rd down and 4. Caleb in the shotgun takes a snap, throws out to his right, looking for DJ Moore, and that's going to be broken up. Nice defensive play by Jair Brown, the strong safety. breaking up the pass, and that brings up 4th down and 4, 6:24 remaining in this first quarter, and the Bears will have to punt it away again after going 3 and out for the second time already in this first quarter. Nice job by the San Francisco defenders, switching up coverage, as the, Bears receivers were going in motion. That was a very nice, coverage call by the defenders there. Torrey Taylor with a high snap, but plenty of time to get this ball away. Nice high kick will be taken in around the 24-yard line. Returnable, though. He gets out to about the 34, and that's where the Niners will take over. First down. 6:13 remaining in this first quarter. About a 10-yard return on that punt. And the Niners will be taking over once again. We are still tie in the first quarter, 7-7. Bears offense going 3 and out twice. The Bears points scored by the defense so far. This is now the third possession. No, this is the fourth possession for the Niners now. Purdy under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts, CMC lined up behind him. Turns, hands it off to CMC, who carries it up the middle, makes a man miss. Now he's running out to the left, turns the corner, has the first down, is out across midfield, down to the I can't even talk, but he is going to be brought down inside the Bears' 25-yard line around the 23. Huge gain by CMC on that first down carry. Should have been dead to rights after about 5-6 yards, but makes men miss. And then another cut move to the outside. Nashawn Wright is unable to get hands on him. But we might have to check and see if he might have stepped out of bounds on that. That looks awfully close to the sideline there. Let's take another look at that. Doesn't look like that's going to be looked at. First down and 10, CMC taking a breather after that huge run. Nashawn Wright being escorted off by the training staff here. Looks like he's holding up his right arm a little bit. Not entirely sure what ails Nashawn here, but he was unable to catch up with CMC on that play. CMC did not, in fact, step outside. Oh, Jalen Johnson absolutely rocked Nashawn Wright. Friendly fire on that play. Oof, that was a helmet-to-helmet shot. That's no good. First down and 10 after the huge McCaffrey run. Ball at the Chicago 25. Purdy takes a shotgun snap, hands it off. That's going to be carried up the right side and then cut back to the middle. Another 15-yard gain by these 49ers, and that's going to bring the ball down to the Bears' 10-yard line. That is Brian Robinson Jr., and that's going to bring up first and very close to goal, if not first and goal for these 49ers. Brian Robinson Jr. in spelling Christian McCaffrey with a 15-yard gain. Kevin Byard just hanging on for dear life, trying to bring him down. First and 10, first and goal. Purdy takes the under center snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his left now, got room to run, and he's going to do so. And nobody will be able to catch him, and Purdy's just going to run it in for the touchdown. 13-7, 49ers. Brock Purdy getting it done on his legs. I thought Caleb was supposed to be the mobile quarterback here. Jeez. Purdy touchdown run. It's funny because he had 3 linemen chasing him down, and none of them could get there in time. 3 different linemen trying to chase him, but they none of them running a sub 540, unfortunately. All right, so after the Brock Purdy run, Eddie Pinheiro on to put the extra point up, and it is through, and the Niners have taken a 14-7 lead with 4:52 remaining in this first quarter. Bears offense needing to get something going on this next drive as they have gone 3 and out twice, while the 49ers have scored on 2 of their 4 offensive drives. I don't think the Bears will be sitting any starters next week. The only guys they may sit is, guys who need rest. DeAndre Swift has been nursing a groin injury like all season, so he's very likely to be sitting if the Bears can't improve their playoff positioning next week. Like I say, if the Bears win this, they're going to play next week as though they need it because they do. Regardless, they're going to do what they have to do, regardless of what San Francisco decides to do. Should they lose this week, so it is what it is. I see what you guys are saying, but like I say, if the Bears win tonight, they still have an outside chance at the number 1 seed. You can't sit down, sit players down next week when you still have that opportunity. Now, if the Bears were to lose tonight, yeah, they're basically locked into the 2 seed. I think they could drop to number 3, but no, I don't see the Bears really resting anyone unless they can't move their seating up or down next week. That would be the only way that they rest guys, I believe. Except for guys who absolutely need it. Like I say, DeAndre Swift, a guy who's been nursing a groin injury for most of the year. He is definitely someone that I could see them resting, but you're not going to see the Bears just sitting all their starters next week. Don't see it happening. If the Eagles would have to finish with a better record than the Bears, though, because the Bears do hold the tiebreaker over the Eagles due to having beaten them this year. So I feel that, Logan. I'd rather not play the Packers round 1 either, but you got to play them when you got to play them. So right now the Seahawks do have the number 1, but the Bears and 49ers. So the winner of this game still has a chance at the number 1 seed, essentially. Like I say, if the Bears were to win, the Niners would have no reason to really play all their guys next week. But who knows? We'll see how that goes. Oh, Packers fans chiming in with their typical nonsense. I've heard it for 35 years, buddy. It doesn't phase me. 14-7 49ers, 4:52 remaining. Eddie Pinheiro getting ready to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone and once again returned by Josh Blackwell. Never knows if he wants to take it out or not, but by the time he decides that he doesn't want to take it out, he's already taken the first step out of the end zone. So he returns it out to about the 21 or 22-yard line, and that is where the Bears offense will take over for their 3rd offensive possession. They have only run 6 total offensive plays so far. Lions are really missing those coordinators this year, aren't they? All right, Bears ball at the 23-yard line. Caleb under center, 2 tight ends. No, excuse me. It looks like 3 tight ends in there. That is correct. Duvernay in motion, takes the snap, rolling out, throws it over the middle. And that is a very high ball. Colston Loveland really trying to get up and get it, but is unable to come down with it. And that will bring up 2nd and 10. Another hot ball by Caleb Williams. 4:42 remaining in this first quarter. Well, it ain't going to be the Lions either. I'll tell you that much. Lions had their 3 years. And I think the master architect of the Lions' success is now in Chicago. 2nd down and 10. Caleb in the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 wide outs. Manungai lined out wide. He's got 2 running backs. Excuse me. Drops back, throwing out to the left. That's going to be complete to Luther Burden, who will get the first down and much more. Gets about 16 yards on that 2nd down play. 1st and 10 incoming. 4:32, 4:31, 4:30 remaining in this first quarter. Yeah, the majority of the playoff seating is locked up. But like I say, not the Eagles, the Seahawks, the Bears. The Seahawks own it, and the Bears and the Niners are fighting for it. All right, 1st and 10. Caleb under center, ball at the 33, takes the snap, Hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to carry it up the right side, tries turning the corner, does so, and he's going to pick up about 9 on that first down carry. That will bring up second down and short with 3:54, 3:53, 3:52 remaining in this first quarter. Feels like this first quarter's taken forever right now, but Pats, that's a team that scares me right there. The Pats, that I feel is the most complete team in the league right now, to be honest. Mike Vrabel just has them playing very well in all phases, that's for sure. All right, second down and 2, they're going to call it. 3:29 remaining. Caleb in the shotgun, sending DJ Moore in motion. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, gets a little quick pass out to Colston Loveland, who's got a trio of blockers out in front of him. Unfortunately, that was Cole Kmet on the catch, not Loveland. He did have a trio of blockers, but unfortunately, man broke through him and brings him down. He does have a first down. There is, however, a flag on this play. Let's see what this call is. I feel like it's going to be a hold on the Bears. Oh, it's a personal foul and an illegal block below the waist on the defense. You don't see that very often. That is on the linebacker Bethune, Tatum Bethune. Like to see a replay of that, but the Bears get the first down on the Kmet catch, and then another. Oh, yeah. Ow. He really went at Ozzie Trapillo's knee there. I do not like that at all. And that's the reason that he was able to get to Kmet and bring him down. So the Bears, with about 15 yards on the Kmet reception and another 15 on the personal foul, puts the ball at the San Francisco 35. Caleb in the shotgun, sending Loveland in motion, takes the snap, looking out to the right, looking over the middle, throwing over the middle, down to the end zone. Touchdown, Luther Burden. 35-yard pass from Caleb Williams to Luther Burden. Smoked his man on his way to the end zone, and the Bears are an extra point away from tying this one up. Bears 3 and out on their first 2 possessions, moving the ball very nicely on this one. Let's see that one again. Caleb in the shotgun, Luther Burden. Basically the same post route that DJ Moore scored on last week to end the game against the Packers. Burden catches the ball in the exact same spot in the end zone. Touchdown Bears. 14-13 pending the extra point. Cairo Santos on the field. Snap, spot, kick, up, and it is through. And it was very close to being blocked as someone broke through off the right side of the line. There is a flag on the play now, as I imagine that's probably going to be offsides on the Niners. Let's see what they say about it. Yeah, diving through the knees is the worst. You never want to see somebody's knees going after. Looks like we have another personal foul penalty on the 49ers here. Why do I feel like that's going to be like launching or something like that? You're calling leverage on the defense. Alfred Collins, that's a backup defensive tackle. Let's see what he did there. Oh, yeah, he essentially pushed the lineman down that he was, running up against and then used him as like a springboard to jump up. So, Bears tie it up on a beautiful touchdown pass to Luther Burden. Essentially the exact same ball that Caleb threw to DJ last week to win the game against the Packers. And we have a tie ball game, and we are still in the first quarter. We got some Packer fans joining in here, little chuckleheads. No Pack, no. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hey, Tyler, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to like the stream, everybody. Subscribe, share. We have a tie ball game in the first quarter still. I mean, it's been almost an hour we've been in this first quarter here. But Bears with a couple of 3 and outs to open up, finally getting some offense going. A little bit of help by with a personal foul on that drive. Hopefully, Ozzie Trapillo isn't worse for the wear after taking a shot to the knees on that play. But we have a tie ball game. Hey, at least you're not a Cowboys fan then, Noah. Hey, I'm so mad at Jerry Jones though for essentially trying to ruin my Bears season by, trading Micah Parsons to the Packers. Um, how are you guys enjoying the Matt Eberflus experience down there in Dallas? Well, that's right. Wait, you're not a Cowboys fan. How are Cowboys fans enjoying the Matt Eberflus experience down there? Oh, this guy over here on my YouTube stream, he's a Cowboys fan. Oh yeah. He hates the Matt Eberflus experience. Yeah. I can imagine so. I mean, hey, Matt Eberflus tried to save his job in Chicago by getting a haircut and growing a beard. And that was his strategy for winning over the Chicago fans. All right, we are back from commercial break. His deep throws are pretty nice. It's the short throws that are a problem for Caleb. Yeah, right. Oh yeah, Luther Burden. Luther the young receiver. All right, 14-14. We have 2:58 remaining in this first quarter. Tie ball game, and Cairo Santos about to kick this away from the 50-yard line because of the personal foul. And I believe that changes up the rules as far as kicking out of bounds and all that. So they just kicked it out of bounds on purpose. And I don't think they get it any closer than the 20. How does that work? So that's a quirk of the rules there. If a personal foul happens on an extra point, you can take the penalty on the kick from the 50, and if you kick it out of bounds when you're kicking from the 50, the opposing team gets the ball at the 25, not at the 40. So the Bears just kicked it out of bounds on purpose, and the Niners will start from their own 25 now as opposed to their own 40. So I remember hearing about that earlier in the year. That's the first time I've seen it in action. Purdy takes a shotgun snap, scrambling around, throws it out to his left, but that is going to fall incomplete as his man was unable to hang on to it. That is Ricky Pearsall dropping the short pass, being swung out to him by Brock Purdy. That's going to bring up second down and 10. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share. We are out in Santa Clara. We are still in the first quarter where the Bears have tied it up 14-14. The Niners have the ball back after the Bears touchdown. Brock Purdy under center, second down and 10. Two tight ends, two wideouts. Fakes the handoff to CMC, drops back. He's got plenty of time to throw. Throws one to his left. That's going to be completed out to Ricky Pearsall, who will be across midfield and be brought down around the Bears' 45-yard line. Pearsall slow to get up, though, after that tackle. Let's take another look, see what happened there. 2:37 remaining in this first quarter. Ricky Pearsall running a little out and up there. Nashawn Wright on the coverage. Ends up getting brought down hard by, was that TJ Edwards on the play? That is indeed who brought him down. All right, first and 10. Purdy hands it off to CMC, carries it up the middle, and he's going to go down after gaining about 6 yards. 205, 204, 203 remaining in this first quarter. Second down and short, about 3 or 4 yards incoming. And again, this first quarter taking forever. Yeah, Ricky Pearsall definitely came up a little ginger on that catch, and he is looks like he's in pain now on the sideline, standing next to Trent Williams. Second down and 3, Purdy under center. He's got two guys split out right. Takes a snap, hands it off to CMC, who will be met in the backfield, but breaks the tackles and ends up gaining 1 on that first down, or on that second down carry. There is, however, a flag on the play. 3rd and 2 incoming, but let's see what the flag is. Is that Ricky Pearsall is injury prone? I haven't caught too many 49ers games this year, so I'm only familiar, with like the superstars. It is Pearsall. Okay, I got you. I don't know if you saw, but Trent Williams is questionable to return. It don't really look like he's going to be returning. I did not catch the flag, but it looks like it was declined. I think they're going to have 3rd down and short here. If you if you pause your game, then you can, catch up with me, or I'm ahead of you, so then you'd have to pause me, I guess. The orange hat is just because, I rock the blue and orange. Purdy fakes the handoff, rolls out right, and on the scramble is gonna pick up just enough for that first down. 112, 111, 110 remaining in this first quarter. Brock Purdy showing off his legs so far in this first quarter. He's got a scramble for a touchdown, and now he picks up the first down with his legs on that play. Thank you for Ben Johnson. Thank you. All right. 51 seconds, 50 seconds, 49 seconds remaining. First down and 10. Purdy under center. He's got two wideouts to his left, sends use check in motion, pitches it out to McCaffrey, who carries it out to the left, is unable to turn the corner, and will just be squashed by big Andrew Billings out there. And that will bring up second down. And Christian McCaffrey saying, "Yeah, I need a moment," after having that huge man land on top of me. Niners do not have to run another play. There's about one more second on the play clock than there is on the game clock, but they are lined up in the shotgun. Purdy with two backs next to him, two wideouts. Changing the play down there. I would be surprised if they actually snap it here. 10 seconds remaining. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. They are not going to snap this ball. It's going to be the end of the quarter. And that is the case. That is the end of the first quarter. We have a tie ball game, 14-14. And when we come back, it will be second down and 10, I believe, for these 49ers. They are in Bears territory. That is the end of one. 14 all. And commercial break. I think I will take a moment. I shall return momentarily. Oh, I've been sitting in that same position for an hour and my legs are stuck now. Jeez. All right, give me one moment. I shall be right back. No, I don't want to end the live stream. I just want to mute myself so you guys don't hear me pee. That's all. There we go. All right, all right. I am back. Gotta be careful, I gotta mute myself because the bathroom is just right off the corner. And I have no doubt that if I forget to mute myself, you guys are gonna hear it. So we don't need that. You like any team but the Bears, huh? Well, I like any team but the Packers, typically. But it is what it is. I don't expect my team to be everybody's favorite. I just hope that I keep you entertained. No, the line is I hope I keep you informed, entertained, and that we have a laugh or two along the way. Will someone get hit in the seat? Of course. But for now, we're just having a good time. As much as I would like to see my boys win today, I don't, I don't feel the pressure is on for this game. Playoff spot more or less locked. I don't think they can do worse than the 3 seed. But already division champs. Bears dealing with a bunch of illnesses, traveling across a couple of time zones. So we knew this was going to be a rough one to start out. Ball at the Chicago 35-yard line. Purdy under center. Drops back, looking over the middle, looking right, throws it out to the right. That will be completed to Pearsall, and that's going to be about a 13-yard gain, and that will bring up first down and 10, and they are now inside the Bears' red zone. 14:46, 14:45, 14:44 remaining in this second quarter now. Ricky Pearsall out there being covered by Jalen Johnson playing the flat out there as a zone coverage. So I guess he wasn't really being covered out there by Jalen. But anyways, Purdy takes the under center snap, hands it off to McCaffrey, who carries it up the left side, cuts back to the middle, and he's going to have another huge gain of about 15, and that's going to bring up first down and goal. 14-17, 14-16, 14-15 remaining in this second quarter. Bears going to have to come up with some answers for this San Francisco rushing attack because not only is Christian McCaffrey getting it done, but even Brock Purdy's getting it done on his legs too. Christian McCaffrey makes one cutback and there's nobody there to stop him. First down and goal, ball at the 6-yard line? No, at the 5. Purdy under center. He's got two tight ends, two wideouts. He pitches it out to McCaffrey, who's going to turn the corner on the right side and easily get in the corner of the end zone. And that's going to be another 49ers touchdown, making this game 20-14, pending the extra points. There were some people calling a high-scoring game tonight, and it does not look like they are wrong. 9 plays, 75 yards, and McCaffrey on the 5-yard touchdown run. Just a little pitch out, run to the right, and nobody could get to the corner before he did. Jalen Johnson not even trying to come off the block. He just threw his shoulder into Juszczyk like he was just like trying to knock him out of the play. The extra point by Pinheiro is through, and the Niners are back to having a 7-point lead with 13:44 remaining in this second quarter. 21-14 49ers. Orange hat is whack. Hey, man, my team colors are blue and orange, so I'm going to wear the team colors. High-scoring game, yeah. Like I say, the talking heads were calling for it earlier this week, and does not look like they were wrong. So far, anyways. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bear down, baby. I always got these wacky things hitting my face here. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, McCaffrey is going nuts. Let's check what his rushing totals are already. I feel like he's probably already around 70 yards on the day. He's got at least 2 carries of 15 yards already. So yeah, let's see what McCaffrey's rushing stats are already sitting at. Bears definitely need to come up with an answer for this rushing attack. Why am I clicking on that? It's right there in front of my face. All right, stats. Let's see here. 49ers. Yeah, Christian McCaffrey already has 10 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. He's averaging 8.2 per carry. Oh, boy. That's not good. And even Purdy has, 3 carries for 18 yards and a touchdown. So even Purdy's averaging 6 yards a carry. And of course, Brian Robinson has the 1 for 15. Yeah, the run defense is definitely the issue. Has been all year. I believe the most likely outcome is the Bears and the Packers playing wild card weekend in a 2-7 matchup. The Bears could fall to the 3 still, but you never know. Ben Johnson, he always looks like he is very frustrated on the sideline, and I feel it. Trust me, I feel it. It's definitely frustrating watching this offense sometimes, but Ben Johnson as a little kid drawing plays up already, huh? That's funny. All right, 13:44 remaining in this second quarter. Niners getting ready to kick this one away. Ben Johnson going to have to dig deep into the playbook tonight to keep up with Kyle Shanahan and company. Caleb Williams over Brady? That's a bit much. Come on now. All right. Eddie Pinheiro ready to kick this one away. Ball is in the air. Be taken in the end zone once again and will be kneeled on this time, or knelt on this time by Josh Blackwell. And the Bears will take over at the 35. Last couple of times they ran it out of the end zone and started, in the 22, 23 yard line area. So smartly not taking it out this time. Bears offense points per game from 28th to 10th from last year to this year, and yards per game last to fourth from last year to this year. So Gibbs about to outrun Swift. All right, Caleb under center. He's got a strong eye behind him, sends Komet in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to Monungai, carries it up the right side. Huge gain, crosses the 50, one man to beat, but is unable to do it. Great form tackle by, who was that? That was Jair Brown, the strong safety, making an excellent form tackle because if Monungai had made him miss, he'd have been off to the races after that. Oh my goodness. I got excited there because Monungai made it through the line for about 15 yards untouched. Only had the safety to beat. Did cross midfield, brought down at the 47. Caleb in the shotgun takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Monungai, looking to his left, gets it out to Monungai in the flat now, who makes a man miss again, and will have another first down on that short swing pass from Caleb. 12:58, 12:57, 12:56 remaining in this second quarter. First down and 10. Man, Monungai with that last run almost jumped out of my seat there because, like I say, if he could have made the safety miss, that would have been a touchdown run right there. All right, first down and 10 after the Monungai pickup on the Caleb pass. Ball at the 36-yard line of San Francisco. Caleb under center. He's got three tight ends in there. And San Francisco offsides. Caleb drops back. Got a free play here, looking for somebody downfield. Anybody. Throws it down to the end zone. That's going to be touchdown. Colston Loveland on the free play. Caleb doing what he's supposed to do. Find somebody. Find anybody on a free play. San Francisco came across early, and Caleb makes them pay with the touchdown play. Oh, my goodness. Total Aaron Rodgers-esque move. That is what I want to see from my quarterback. Offsides and a touchdown. Free play. It almost looks like San Francisco might have even gave up at first on that play. And that's Colston Loveland on the touchdown catch. And we are within 1 point of tying this thing back up once again. Cairo Santos on the field. Snap, spot, kick, up. It is through. We are tied back up at 21 with 12:20 remaining in this second quarter. I think we're in for a college football game tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This thing's going to take 5 hours to complete because nobody's going to be able to come up with a stop here. Hashtag anyone with the Packers. I can get behind that one. That's for sure. This year for bettors is better than 07 Patriots. 07 Patriots. That wasn't the almost undefeated year, wasn't it? Gary Bears don't play defense. That was Colston Loveland on a nice pass from Caleb Williams. Two men came across early for San Francisco, and Caleb took advantage of the free play. That's something we've seen the Bears get killed on time and again over the years. And this time we see the Bears kill someone on the free play. Touchdown Bears, and we have a 21-all ball game. No, Jack, I'm not a Bears fan. All right, Cairo Santos getting ready to kick this one away again. 21-all, 12:20 remaining in this second quarter. Nothing but action so far in this game. And it started on the first play with the Bears getting a pick six to start the game out. It has been nothing but action since. Ball taken in around the 6-yard line. That was like a line drive kick by Santos. And that will be returned out to about the 27-yard line where he will be gang tackled. And that is where the Niners will have first down. A lot of Bears really piling up on that one there. But Caleb, 6 of 10 for 108 yards and a touchdown, or 2 touchdowns. Brock Purdy, 7 of 12 for 106 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. So far, yardage numbers similar, but Caleb with 2 touchdowns and Purdy with a touchdown and a pick. We have had 5 touchdowns scored in this game, and we are only 3 minutes into the second quarter. Oh, 6 touchdowns, excuse me. Jeez. All right, Purdy takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to CMC, who goes up the middle, and he's going to have a gain of about 5 on that first down carry. 12:06, 12:05, 12:04 remaining in this second quarter. I'm going to say I haven't said it in a while. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Heavy action so far in this game, as we have seen 6 touchdowns scored in this game so far. 21-21, 11:45, 11:44, 11:43 remaining in this second quarter. The Niners have 2nd and 6 from their own 32-yard line. Purdy in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, 2 backs behind him. Fakes the pitch out, throws it over the middle. That's going to be complete to Jake Tongs once again. He is getting a heavy workload in lieu of George Kittle today. And he picks up another first down for these 49ers. 11:19, 11:18 remaining in this second quarter. Geez, I don't want to back us up. It took us long enough to get through that first quarter as it was. 11:08, 11:07, 11:06 remaining. 1st and 10, Purdy under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. 1 tight end is Juszczyk. He hands it off to CMC, who's going to try to change direction, but will only gain about 3 on that first down carry. 2nd down and 7 incoming. 10:51, 10:50, 10:49 remaining in this second quarter. Bears hopefully will be able to come up with an answer for this rushing attack of San Francisco, as they have been unable to stuff them at this point. Kyle Juszczyk, 10-time Pro Bowl selection. I mean, he's probably one of the only fullbacks left in the NFL. So, all right, Purdy under center. He's got 3 guys out to his left. Fakes the handoff to CMC and pitches it off to an end around, and that is going to gain another first down. That is Sky Moore carrying the ball on an end around. Has the first down crossing, I believe, midfield, and that is going to be 10:06, 10:05, 10:04 remaining in this second quarter. That is indeed crossing midfield on a gain of, what is that, about 11? Sky Moore on the end around. Yep. Ball will be right around the Chicago 45. First down, 49ers. Purdy under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Fakes the handoff, rolling out to his right now, being chased by Austin Booker, and is going to get sacked. Austin Booker on the sack, bringing him down, backing him up back across the 50-yard line into their own territory. 2nd down and long incoming. Roma Dunze loves it on the sideline. 9:20, 9:19, 9:18 remaining. Brock Purdy getting absolutely flattened by Austin Booker, who, of course, is working up against the backup left tackle. And Purdy never felt him coming. Never felt it. 2nd down and 17 after the big sack. Ball at the San Francisco 48-yard line. Purdy in the shotgun takes a snap, looking over the middle, looking right, throws it right. That is going to be complete to CMC, who's going to pick up 15 of the 17 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 2. Why is that guy so good? Why has he been so good for so long? Usually a running back in the league is only good for about 4 or 5 years max. CMC's been doing it for what, 10 years now? My goodness. Lined up in the slot, catches a quick pass from Purdy. TJ Edwards just has to drag him down from behind just to keep up. Brisker laying an extra hit on him. 3rd down and 3 now. Purdy under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. And he is going to run out of play clock, and they're going to say that Kyle Shanahan called a timeout. Timeout 49ers, and it will be 3rd down and 3 after the timeouts. Not sure if they were trying to get the Bears to jump or something there. Didn't look like Purdy was too concerned about the play clock running out, but Kyle Shanahan calls the timeout. Be 3rd down and 3. You ain't kidding, Sharon. Back and forth, back and forth. Hopefully the Bears can get out in front though, because we want the back and forth. We want to be the one in front, and they keep having to catch us. Right now, it's kind of the other way. We keep having to catch them. So welcome in, welcome in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We have 8:12 remaining in this second quarter. It's 21 all. The 49ers have just burned their first timeouts. It will be third down and 3. They are on the Bears side of the field. I'll have to give you a yardage marker in a moment. Looks like they are right around the Bears 43-yard line. Third down and 3. Purdy lined up in the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 wide outs. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking left, throwing left. And that is going to be broken up. Jaquan Brisker out there on the coverage, looking for Jake Tongs, who has been Purdy's favorite target so far on this day. That will bring up fourth down and 3. And let's see what Kyle Shanahan decides to do. It looks like he is leaving his offense out there on the field. Fourth down and 3. They are in Bears territory. Jaquan Brisker playing Tongs very tightly, managed to get in there and break up the pass. Nice job. 8:07 remaining. The Niners are leaving their offense on the field. Ball at the 38 of Chicago. Purdy in the shotgun takes a snap, looking over the middle, throwing over the middle. That is going to be complete, and that is Ricky Pearsall, who will have the first down and a gain of about 12. 7:57, 7:56, 7:55 remaining in this second quarter. Pearsall running a quick little slant route. Purdy putting the ball right out in front of him where it needs to be. Gets the first down. Who's on the coverage? That's Nashawn Wright was on the coverage there. Hopefully he's all right. Doesn't look like himself there. Ball at the Chicago 24. Purdy takes a snap, hands it off to CMC's, carrying it up the right side. Has about 4 yards, and that will bring up second down and 6 with 7:23, 7:22, 7:21 remaining in this second quarter. Ball at the Chicago 20-yard line. We do always come up from behind with the win. Ian with the arm talent, Caleb shows us with the clutch performance at the end of games. He shows us. I mean, he's got to be the guy. He's certainly more the guy than Trubisky or Fields was. But I am a Caleb believer. I won't lie. I am a Caleb believer. All right, second down and 6. Purdy in the shotgun sends a man in motion, hands it off. That's the backup running back, and he's going to have about 3 yards on that second down carry. That's Brian Robinson. That will bring up third down and about 3 with 6:39, 6:38, 6:37 remaining in this second quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We have a tie ball game in this second quarter. The Niners are driving. They are inside the Bears 20 with third and 2. Ball is at the 16-yard line of Chicago. Purdy in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to his left, takes a snap, hands it off to McCaffrey, who will have the first down after making several men miss, and he will be stopped around the 9-yard line. Gervon Dexter slow to get up out there, but he does get up. First and goal for these 49ers. Bears without an answer for the rushing attack so far. Let's see what what CMC's yardage total is now. He was at 10 carries for 81 yards before this drive started. I don't know if this is going to be fully up to date here because on the drive. Oh, Purdy pitches it out to McCaffrey, who is going to be stopped in the backfield for a change, and that's going to bring up second down and goal from about the 11-yard line. Let's see what these rushing stats are. This says 13 for 93 right now. I don't think that's going to include that last run before this first down carry where he was just stopped for a loss. So we'll check it after the drive ends. However, it ends. Second down and goal. McCaffrey on the sideline right now. 5:02, 5:01, 5 minutes remaining. Purdy in the shotgun. He's got 3 wideouts, a tight end. Brian Robinson lined up next to him. Takes a snap, looking left, throws it out there. Gets a completion, but that's only going to pick up about 4 yards, and that will bring up third down and goal. That is, I believe, Jawan Jennings catching that ball. That is the case. Jawan Jennings, of course, the man who caught a nut punch, about 6 weeks back in the Carolina game. And of course, when you hear what he was saying on the field, nobody was surprised when he caught a nut punch on the field. Anyways, third down and goal incoming. 425, 424, 423 remaining. Purdy in the shotgun, three wideouts stacked to the right, looking right, and he throws rights. And that is going to be intercepted. CJ Gardner-Johnson bringing out the end zone. Probably should have just gone down in the end zone because now the Bears have the ball at the 8-yard line. But there is a flag on the play. CJ with a pick, though. Let's see if that's going to stand. He should have just taken a knee in the end zone. Unfortunately, CJ has illegal hands to the face on the play, and that's probably how he came up with the interception. And that's going to give the Niners a fresh set of downs. First down and goal. Let's see what happened on that one. You call illegal hands to the face. I mean, yes, it was a hand to the face, but that's pretty ticky-tacky. He was trying to jam the receiver off the line and incidentally caught his face mask. Lame. I guess I'll cross that one off the list. First and goal, Brock Purdy under center, two tight ends, two wideouts. McCaffrey lined up behind him, turns, hands it off to McCaffrey, who will be met in the backfield and then stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Jaquan Brisker in there, among others, making the stop, bringing up second down and goal now. 4 minutes remaining, 3:59, 3:58 remaining in this second quarter. Man, almost had another pick, but oh well, is what it is. Second down and goal now. Ball is just outside the 3-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there looking a little gassed. That is a veteran man in there. Purdy in the shotgun, and San Francisco is going to use their second timeout here with 3:27 remaining. We still have a tie ball game, but it will be second down and goal when we return from the San Francisco timeouts. Once again, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are closing in on the end of the second quarter here in Santa Clara. Bears and Niners have already scored 6 touchdowns total, 3 apiece. Some of the talking heads were calling for a high-scoring game, and it looks like they may have been right because we are already, I believe, above the Vegas total for the game. Looks like we are headed for a shootout here. All right, back from the timeout. Second and goal, ball just outside the 3. Purdy in the shotgun, 2 tight ends to his left, 2 wideouts to his right. Changing the play at the line now, still in the shotgun. CMC lined up to his left, hands it off, or fakes the handoff to CMC, and Purdy's going to rush it in for another touchdown. Bears are so worried about Christian McCaffrey that now Brock Purdy has 2 rushing touchdowns in this game. Ridiculous. 15-play drive, 72 yards, 8:57 taken off the clock on that drive by the 49ers. And mind you, they don't even have their starting left tackle. Oh my goodness, who was that? Montez Sweat absolutely bit on a fake handoff. My goodness. That is one of the worst bites I've ever seen. And the Niners, with the extra point, now have a 7-point lead once again. Oh my goodness. Back and forth doesn't even begin to describe it. 7 touchdowns scored in this game. 2 rushing touchdowns by Brock Purdy because the Bears cannot contain. And they are so worried about CMC that Brock Purdy just goes ahead and keeps it himself. My goodness. Purdy with another touchdown. I don't like this. He's not even the most athletic person on the field, and yet he's got 2 touchdown runs. I don't like it at all. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We are closing in on the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Brock Purdy running in another touchdown here. It's 2 in the first half for him. Of course, CMC has a touchdown run himself as well. But all kinds of scoring happening here. What is this? Sorry, just checking some notifications here. That's not what I want. Okay. All right, let's see what we have from our sideline reporter here. Brock Purdy keeper and on his own read, and that was too easy. 3-yard touchdown. Yeah, it was too easy because, like I say, Montez Sweat bit so hard on that play. It was ridiculous. And obviously, free play for Caleb on that touchdown. Bears running rush defense. So yeah, 49ers, if they're smart, they're just gonna run for the rest of the game. They come out in the second half. They just pretty much need to be pounding it. You ain't kidding. The D does need to step it up. The run defense specifically. I don't know how the refs are kissing the Niners booty, but okay. Definitely need some halftime adjustments. Got to stop that run. It is not looking good right now. No injury news from the sideline. Nashawn Wright was shaken up. That was an hour ago, and I could see it in this last series. He definitely didn't look exactly right when he was trying to make a tackle on that series. So, oh boy, 28-21. Just waiting for Eddie Pinheiro to go ahead and kick this one away. We have 3:23 remaining in the second quarter. The ball is now in the air. That'll be taken in by Devin Duvernay. He is returning out across the 20 to the 30, and he'd be out of bounds around the 32-yard line. And there is a flag on the play. We'll have to check that. That is right around the area where he went out of bounds. Let's see what the flag is. Of course, it is holding on the receiving team. Feels like a Super Bowl. No, this game is nowhere near a Super Bowl. It's an important game, but it's not that important. You ultimately want the 1 seed, but even if the Bears win this game, they would need the Niners, who would no longer be able to get the 1 seed, to beat Seattle next week, and they would not be. They wouldn't have to start anybody basically. Caleb rolling out after getting pressured. He's going to try and pick up some yardage on his own with his legs, and he picks up about 3 after scrambling. And that's going to bring up second down and 7, 3:06, 3:05, 3:04 remaining in this second quarter. Second down and about 7 incoming. Bears with the ball around 25-yard line. No, that's not correct. I'll have to check that yard line for you. 248, 247, 246 remaining. Yeah, ball at the 22-yard line of Chicago. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Takes the snap, pitches it out to Swift, and he's going to carry it, and he will pick up enough for the first down out to about the 31-yard line of Chicago. 229, 228, 227 remaining, and it's first and 10 for the Bears. They, of course, have all 3 of their timeouts plus the 2-minute warning, so they are probably going to be content with taking this down to the 2-minute warning. Breaking the huddle right now. They're showing us a highlights. I hope they cut away soon enough. Looks like the Bears are going to run one more play. Caleb changing the line at the line of scrimmage, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Sends Burden in motion, but they are not going to snap this ball. And that's the 2-minute warning. I knew it was coming. Yeah, our run defense is looking really rough, but it has been the problem for this defense all year is the run defense. There have been times where I've wondered why the opposing teams don't just run it against us the entire game, but it is a pass happy league, so that explains why they might not want to do that. But yeah, if I'm Kyle Shanahan, CMC is getting a workout in the second half, that's for sure. We are at the 2-minute warning. Niners have the lead 28-21. Bears trying to tie it up, and they do get the kick to start the second half. So if the Bears can manage to pull a double dip here, that would be wonderful. and then maybe they could have the Niners playing catch up for once. Bears offense was unable to get anything going on their first two drives. Had they been able to do that, then maybe they would be the ones consistently going out ahead and then the Niners playing catch up. But because of those two stagnant drives ending in three and outs, the Niners were able to get out ahead, and the Bears have been consistently playing catch up to tie the game ever since. Problem is, if we blitz Purdy, I mean, I agree, he's got all day in the pocket, but if we blitz him, he's actually really good against the blitz. Um, he uh he is gonna burn us if we try to send five or more. We have gotten to him a couple times, but the bigger issue is definitely the run game. The run defense is so bad that Brock Purdy has two rushing touchdowns in this game so far. Oh my goodness. And Mr. Irrelevant is looking every bit as good as the number one overall pick right now. Seems like an awfully long 2-minute warning. Come on, let's go. This first half is taking forever. We're already an hour and 35 minutes into the stream. We're at the 2-minute warning now. So it means we're probably going to be close to 2 hours by the time this first half actually ends here. Maria Taylor telling us what they're going to talk about at halftime. I'll be taking my break at halftime, of course. We'll go over some halftime stats when I get back from that. But those are going to not look too great. That's for sure. Niners have pretty much dominated time of possession. Bears have had some quick strike drives, that's for sure. But get off this live. You get off my live. All right, Caleb in the shotgun. He's got Swift lined up behind him. Two wideouts to the left, one to the right. Pointing out some coverage there now. Takes a snap, hands it off to Swift, who carries it up the right side, and he will be stopped after a gain of 2, maybe 3 yards. They're going to call that a gain of 3. 152, 151, 150 remaining in this second quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are underneath 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Bears trying to double dip as they will be getting the second half kick. Caleb in the shotgun, empty backfield behind him, sending a man in motion, takes a snap, looking over the middle. Plenty of time. Rolling out to his right now, throwing it, and he just throws it away over the head of Loveland. Caleb had plenty of time to throw out there. Ended up getting pressured and had to roll to his right, but unable to find anybody down the field. Where are we on the field? We are at our own 34-yard line, and it is about to be 3rd down and 7. Clock is stopped with about a minute and a half left. And if Bears are not careful, they're going to give the Niners another chance here before halftime. Caleb started 6 of 8. He's now 6 of 11. All right, Caleb in the shotgun, Bird in motion, takes the snap, rolling out to his right, under pressure immediately, just firing that one out there, and he throws it away on 3rd down. You know, on 3rd down, you can't just throw it away. I mean, obviously you don't want to take a sack, but now it's 4th down and 7. You have to punt it away. He was immediately pressured. He had 2 men coming at him the second the ball was in his hands. Let's see that one again. Yep, straight up the middle. Got blitzed. Linebacker and a defensive tackle chasing him immediately. 1:15 remaining, 4th and 7. Bears have to punt it away. Unable to get anything going on that drive, and they end up going 3 and out. Ball in the air. Nice punt by Taylor. That will be taken in around the 10-yard line, and it'd be immediately hit. And that is where the Niners will take over with 1:06 remaining. Special teamer making the hit on that was, who was that? Jalen Jones making the hit on Sky Moore, who unwisely did not call for the fair catch. And the Niners, with about 1:09 remaining, will take over. Yes, I agree with you there, Tony. I do not like that. No, I cannot show you the screen because that is not how this works. If I show you the game, I will immediately get banned. If you want to watch the game and follow the commentary along, you can do so by watching the game on your local NBC network or on the Peacock app. But on the live streams here, we do not show the game. We just give you a Bears fan biased commentary. So, other than that, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Bears unable to get anything going on that last drive. Kind of needed to have it happen because they get the ball to start the second half. So it would have been nice to have a little double dip action there. But it was not meant to be. And Niners with one timeout and about a minute 9 to work with. You would normally think that that would be a tall order, but the way the Niners offense has been moving this ball today, it doesn't sound like a tall order at all. This game's over. The pick six. Have you watched any Bears games this year? You realize they have come back in the fourth quarter or OT 6 times this year. So you cannot say this game is over. They are putting a beating on the Bears, that's for sure. Especially when it comes down to the rushing attack. And the worst part about that is their best offensive lineman ain't even out there for the Niners. Trent Williams went down on the first series, I believe. 5 missed tackles. It feels like more than 5 missed tackles by Christian McCaffrey, that's for sure. 108 missed tackles by CMC on the year. That's crazy. Most in the league. It doesn't even look like he's really doing anything to miss those tackles. DJ Moore, another non-factor. Well, how about that nice touchdown pass to Burden? That was a nice play. Anyways, 106 remaining. Ball at the 9-yard line. Purdy in the shotgun. Got a man in motion. Takes the snap, looking out to his right. Looking over the middle. Under pressure in the end zone now. Is going to have to run out of there. Does so. And he will be brought down from behind by Montez Sweat after a gain of about 2 yards. Brock Purdy was in serious danger, though, being chased around in his own end zone there. I believe that was Austin Booker back there. Bears are going to burn a timeout, hoping to keep the Niners pinned deep in their own end zone, in their own backfield here. But playing a dangerous game here, I'd probably just let this thing go to halftime if I was you. But 57 seconds remaining. Bears stop the clock with their first timeout. It will be about 2nd down and 8. Ball will be at the San Francisco 11-yard line after the timeout. San Francisco with 291 yards, total offense to 154 of the Bears. Great game so far. Well, I mean, it's been an entertaining game. I don't know how great it is, at least from a Bears fan perspective. It'd be nice if it was 28-21 Bears instead of Niners, but, it is what it is. 57 seconds remaining. 2nd down and 8, Purdy in the shotgun. CMC lined up next to him. Hands it off to CMC on a draw play, and he's going to surge forward for about 6 yards, and that will bring up 3rd down and 2. And it looks like the Bears will burn their second timeout there with 52 seconds remaining. Bears really hoping to get the ball back here before the end of the half. I think it's a bit of a fool's errand because if 49ers get a first down here, all you've done is give them more time to work with. Well, thank you, Russell. Not exactly what I'm shooting for, but hey, if somebody wanted to pay me to do it, I'd be absolutely down for it. I do need to hone my craft. This is my first year doing this. I do think there's room for improvement as I do frequently stumble over myself. So, but hey, if in a few years' time, if Jeff Joniak wants to retire and the Bears want to hire me to do some radio play-by-play, I'd be all for it. Wishful thinking, right? 28-21, 52 seconds remaining in this second quarter. 3rd down and 2. Purdy in the shotgun, empty backfield as he sends McCaffrey in motion. He's got 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right. Sends another man in motion, takes a snap, looking over the middle, throwing out to the middle, and that is going to be completed to Jake Tongs, who will have just enough for a first down. Out to the San Francisco 23-yard line. The Bears obviously not going to call that third timeout. The clock is ticking now. 36 seconds remaining. Purdy in the shotgun. First down and 10. Takes the snap. Looking over the middle. Throws it out there. That will be complete. And that is going to be about a 6-yard gain. That is complete out to. I don't even have that. No. Oh, that's Demarcus Robinson. Second down and 5. Purdy takes a shotgun snap. Looking over the middle. Throws out to his left. That's going to be complete to CMC, who will have enough for a first down to the San Francisco 33. And San Francisco is going to use their final timeout with 12 seconds remaining, and it is first down and 10. Let's see what Kyle Shanahan's trying to cook up here at the end of the half. But Bears burning their timeouts here, trying to get the ball back, may be biting them in the butt currently. We'll see how that goes. They got the ball spotted around the San Francisco 34-yard line. They just used their last timeout. There's 12 seconds left, so they theoretically have enough time to get something downfield and out of bounds for a field goal or to set up a Hail Mary attempt. Let's see what Kyle Shanahan opts to do here. Brock Purdy having a better game on the ground than he is through the air. He's got a touchdown pass and a pick six, but he's got 2 rushing touchdowns. All right. First and 10, 12 seconds remaining. Ball at the 33. Purdy takes a shotgun snap, hands it off to CMC on the draw play, and he gains a huge chunk of about 17 yards on that play. Carries the ball right out to midfield, but that is where the clock is going to run out on the half. And the score is 28-21. San Francisco Bears will receive the second half kick. Oh, my goodness. I tell you. High flying, fast paced first half, but the Bears offense is not running at the same clip that the Niners offense is. This game is only 7 points right now based on the pick six that the Bears defense managed to get to start out this game. Otherwise, who knows what this score would be right now? It'd at least be a 2-score game. All right, pulling up the stats now, but I am going to step away from the stream for a few moments. When I come back, we'll go over some halftime stats, and hopefully we can get a better offensive performance out of our boys in the second half. So I will see you in a few moments. Don't run away on me. All right, I am back. Let's take a look at some of these stats, which got a feeling not going to look too good. Bears, Caleb, after starting 6 of 10, he's 6 of 12 for 108, 2 touchdowns. Kyle Monungai, 3 for 24, DeAndre Swift, 3 for 20, Caleb, 1 for 2. Bears as a team, 7 carries, 46 yards. That ain't enough. That ain't nowhere near enough. Let's see. Chicago receiving Luther Burden, 2 for 45. One of those was a touchdown. Colston Loveland, 1 for 36 and a touchdown, of course. Cole Kmet, 2 for 16. Monungai, 1 for 11. And of course, TJ Edwards with the pick 6. Tremaine Edmonds has 5 solo tackles. See TJ Edwards with the pick 6. Jaquan Brisker. Oh, what is that? Oh, it's just a pass defended. CJ Gardner Johnson, of course, could have had the interception, but that ended up not being the case, unfortunately. Let's see, sacks. Austin Booker with the lone sack for the Bears. And he did hit pretty hard. He probably could have hit him harder, but he was probably afraid to after incurring 2 fines last week, But oh yeah, I definitely think the Bears are going to be in the market for some top tier defensive linemen next year. There's there's been some chatter about them, trading for one of these top guys, aging guys, but top guys nonetheless, whether it's Myles Garrett or Max Crosby. I don't know how keen I would be in them trading up a lot of capital for that because we've been burned by that before in the Khalil Mack trade. We just watched Micah Parsons basically go down for an entire year in that trade. So I'd be hesitant of giving up a lot of capital for an aging pass rusher, but I could see that happening. But yeah, your top pick has got to be a pass rusher or a 3 technique defensive tackle or something. Somebody who can get up and get pressure on their lonesome. Eat a double team, something for sure. Trey Hendrickson, oh, that would be scary. Trey Hendrickson and Aiden Hutchinson pass rushing together. I would not like that. Good thing we shoot Bears in Texas. Oh, yeah. Going over stats, I forgot to pull up the 49ers stats. I probably just don't want to look at them. That's really what it comes down to. But anyways, we will do that. Brock Purdy, 14 of 20 with a touchdown and a pick 6, of course, has been sacked once. So other than the pick 6, he's looked pretty good. McCaffrey, 18 carries for a $121 and a touchdown. Purdy, 5 carries for 23 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson, 2 carries for 19. Sky Moore, 1 for 10. Ricky Pearsall, 3 catches for 57 yards. Jake Tongs, 6 for 53 and a touchdown. Purdy's favorite target tonight. Demarcus Robinson, 2 for 30. Christian McCaffrey, 2 for 20. Jawan Jennings, 1 for 4. And then defensively, no sacks, no picks for them. But they are playing solid defense, obviously. So pick 6 for the Bears is what's keeping this game close. Offense needs to come out and get something done right away in this second half. They cannot afford to keep stagnating like they have been. They've had a few 3 and outs in this first half. Hopefully, they can right that wrong. And the run defense needs to get something going. Just Weichel didn't. Oh, that's right. The weather's bad up by you up there, Bob. I heard about that. Yeah, no snow down here, luckily. But yeah, I saw the Fond du Lac, Sheboygan area. They've been running the weather alerts all afternoon and evening here. I'm like, I don't care. It's not snowing here. All right. Eddie Pinheiro ready to kick this one away and get this second half underway. Is that Pinheiro? Might not even be Pinheiro kicking it. That ball is up in the air into the end zone, and the Bears will take a knee, and the Bears will take over at the 35. See what Ben Johnson has to say. Bears are 0 for 3 on third down. Niners are 5 for 7. That's not a good stat right now. So that's something we got to fix. All right, Caleb under center. Third quarter is underway. Second half underway. 15 minutes remaining. Two tight ends. Excuse me, three tight ends. One wide out and DJ Moore. Monungai lined up in the backfield. Fakes the handoff to Monungai. Throws it out to the left. Gets it complete to Durham Smythe, who will have enough for a first down. That will be 1st and 10. Durham Smythe, the third tight end on his team, getting in on the action here. 14:47, 14:46, 14:45 remaining in this third quarter. Backup QB in Chicago is Tyson Bagent. And we don't like to talk about him too much because once his name comes up, everybody and their mama is crying to get him in the game. So 14:27, 14:26, Caleb in the shotgun. Monungai lined up next to him, takes a snap, looking to his right, throws it out there. That is complete to DJ Moore right across the 50-yard line. He will be brought down around the San Francisco 49. Second down incoming. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Want the Bears to win, so in the wild card, Packers play the Bears so we can finally settle the beef. Well, the beef will never be settled. As long as the Bears and Packers are in the divisions together, the beef will never be settled. But anyways, Caleb under center, Burden in motion. He takes the snap, hands off to Monungai, who carries it up the middle. He's got the first down, will be brought down around the San Francisco 41-yard line, where the Bears will have the first down. 13:42, 13:41, 13:40 remaining in this third quarter. San Francisco, of course, with the 7-point lead. DeAndre Swift just kind of hanging out on the sideline. This must be the Monungai drive, I imagine. Thoughts on Iowa State transfer portal? Not a big college football fan, so I really don't have any thoughts, unfortunately. So Caleb under center, first down and 10. He's got Monungai lined up behind him. Gets the handoff to Monungai, who will be met in the backfield for about a 4, maybe even 5-yard loss. That is Sam. Oh boy, I was hoping I would not have to try to pronounce this last name today. Okayenu, Okayenonu. Number 91, Sam Okayenonu. I don't know how to pronounce that. Gets to Monungai in the backfield, and that is going to be a loss of about 4. Second down incoming. Second down and 12. They're gracious, only calling it a 2-yard loss. Caleb in the shotgun gets it out to Luther Burden, who just falls down after catching a short pass from Caleb. Turf Monster got him. Third down and long incoming. They lost 25 players in the transfer. Well, that sucks for them. Did their coach leave them or something? That's usually what I would think has happened to see that many players move from one school to another. But again, my college football knowledge is about that. So, anyways, third down and 14. 12:06, 12:05, 12:04 remaining in this third quarter. Caleb in the shotgun, 3 wideouts. Monungai lined up next to him again. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, delivers to the right. That is going to be complete. Is that Ja'Day Walker? No, that's Ja'Day Walker, who has the first down catch out the right sideline. First down, 11:45 remaining in this third quarter. Wasn't sure who I was looking at there for a second. So yeah, their coach left for Penn State. Then yeah, I think the thing with college coaches, just from the little that I know, I think that the coaches get to move around too willy nilly. So it's only fair for the players to be able to do it if their coach is going to take off on them. So. All right, first down and 10. Caleb under center, sends Komet in motion, turns, fakes the handoff to Monungai, rolling out to his left. Throws a pitch out there to Burden. First down, across the 10-yard line, he'll be brought down around the 4-yard line. It wasn't a pitch, it was a pass, but it was a little pitch and catch, basically. But Luther Burden moving fast down the field inside the 5 yard line, and the Bears will have first and goal. Bears moving the ball very well on this opening drive of the second half here. And Luther Burden got his jersey grabbed across the chest on his way across the defense there. They could have thrown a flag on that as well, but it is what it is. They got the ball marked at the 3 yard line. Caleb under center, strong eye behind him. Turns, hands it off to Monungai, carries it up the middle, and he's going to have a minimal gain, and that will bring up second down and goal. Who do we got in on that stop? That is Tatum Bethune once again. That man is all over the field for this San Francisco linebacking crew. Second and goal incoming, 10-19, 10-18, 10-17 remaining in this third quarter. No, don't go Niners. Don't come on my channel talking that. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, 10:06, 10:05, 10:04 remaining. Caleb in the shotgun directing some traffic out there. Ja'Day Walker needs to know where to get lined up. Caleb takes a snap, hands it off, fakes the handoff to Monungai, tries to lob it over the middle of the line to DJ Moore, but it's not a very good throw, and that goes incomplete, bringing up third down and goal. DJ Moore not exactly looking for the ball as far as that could see there, but not the best throw from Caleb either. There we go. Yeah. DJ went left. Caleb kind of threw it to the right. So I don't know if there was a miscommunication there or what. Maybe just not on the same page. But third down and goal incoming. Bears, of course, in 4-down territory. Ball at the 2 yard line. Caleb under center. Turns, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, who's going to carry it up the right side and will get into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Bears are within 1 point of tying this up. Diamador Lenore gave DeAndre Swift a little what for at the end of that touchdown run there, but no harm, no foul. And it is 28-27 pending the extra points. DeAndre Swift out there running behind, who is that Jonah Jackson, who did not make a good block. And then, like I said, Diamador Lenore just giving Swift a little extra hit at the end of the run there, but no biggie. 9:51 remaining. Santos on for the extra points. Snap, spot, kick is up. And it is through. And we once again have a tie ball game with 9:51 remaining in this third quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Was asked today if I knew the only play that offsides is allowed. Answer: kicker plants foot on kickoffs is offside. Oh yeah, well the kicker technically can't be offside on a kick, unless like he's not actually kicking the ball or something. But we had an interesting situation earlier in the game, Bob. I don't know if you saw it, but in the first half, the Niners committed a personal foul on the Bears' extra point. Bears chose to enforce it on the kick, in which case they kicked it from the 50. And when you kick it out of bounds, when kicking off from the 50, the opposing team gets it at the 25 instead of the 40. So the Bears took advantage of that and they just kicked the ball out of bounds when they were kicking off from the 50. So I had known about that rule, but I hadn't actually seen it come up in the game until today. So Bears losing 3 in a row, huh? I don't think that's going to happen. Bears going to win 4 in a row in the playoffs, right? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just hoping for one. It is a crazy game so far. Got 8 touchdowns scored between these two teams so far, 4 on each side. But the main thing is the Bears need to come up with a stop on this next drive. They got to figure out this rushing attack by the 49ers. Of course, Kyle Shanahan runs one of the best rushing attacks in the league. Ben Johnson's rushing attack is also very strong, but has not been utilizing it today, especially to the tune that Kyle Shanahan is, that's for sure. Let's see what the Bears rushing stats are right now. 11 for 52, while the Niners are at 26 for 173. They got more than double the carries and more than triple the yards. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We are at the commercial break after the Bears tied up the game on a nice little DeAndre Swift touchdown run. And we are just awaiting the kickoff and the 49ers getting back on offense. You have to it was just a regular old kickoff. It's not like a free kick situation or anything because it was after a touchdown score. The, uh the penalty happened, the personal foul happened on the extra point, and the Bears had 2 options. They could have taken half the distance and gone for 2, or they could take it on the kick, but it's still just a regular kickoff, so but anyways, Santos ready to kick this one away. 9:51 remaining in the 3rd quarter, tied 28 all, ball is in the air, and that's gonna go through the back of the end zone. I did not see where it bounced. If it bounced short of the end zone, then San Francisco will get it at the 20. But unfortunately, the camera angle was not very uh, good at telling me where that bounced. We definitely need some defense now. Absolutely. Bears got to come up with some answers to this rushing attack because they're, and even when they do manage to stop McCaffrey, that's when they just run the option and Purdy keeps it. And then Montez Sweat bites hard on it. All right, 1st and 10. Purdy in the shotgun, man in motion, takes a snap, looking out to the left, throws over the middle, complete to a wide open man. Who is that? 84. It is Kendrick Bourne. Man, I haven't even called that name yet today. Kendrick Bourne with a first down on first down, picking up about 16 yards on that catch. And the Niners are already moving the ball. I say they got to worry about the rushing game. Well, here they're throwing it on them immediately out the gates. Bears playing, pretty soft zone coverage out there. They're going to have to change up this game plan defensively. I don't know what they're doing. Hand off to McCaffrey on first down, and he's going to gain about 4, maybe 5 yards on that carry. That will bring up 2nd down. 9:07 remaining in this 3rd quarter. And they're talking about something from a previous game with Kendrick Bourne. I only have the volume on low. I can't exactly hear everything they're saying. But anyway, 2nd down and 6. Purdy hands it off to McCaffrey, carries it up the left side, turns the corner, and will have just enough to pick up that first down. 8:37, 8:36, 8:35 remaining in this 3rd quarter. McCaffrey turns the corner, needed 6, got 6, and that will bring up 1st and 10. Yep. Bears defense definitely opportunistic with the takeaways, but they play bend but don't break for the majority of the year. Problem is when you can't stop the run very well, you're gonna break. Purdy under center, he's got to stack out to the right side, sends one of those men in motion, turns, fakes the handoff. He's gonna have to be pressured, but we'll get the ball out to Juszczyk, who's gonna pick up 8 yards on that first down play. Purdy checking it down to the fullback Kyle Juszczyk and getting a 7-8 yard gain on that play. And it looks like Noah Sewell is down in pain. He is holding his ankle on the field, and we are going to have an injury timeout now. Noah Sewell down on the field. Oh, yeah. Bears defense. Not a lot of answers right now for this San Francisco offense. Of course, Kyle Shanahan, one of the best in the business, comes to offensive play calling. Runs that Shanahan slash Kubiak outside zone run scheme very effectively, I might add. Because right now, let's see what these rushing totals are. 49ers. Christian McCaffrey is now at 20 carries for 131. The Niners are at 28 carries for 183 currently. So the Niners are essentially doing to the Bears what the Bears did to the Eagles on Black Friday. I don't like that one bit. The Bears going to end up giving up over 250 yards on the ground total. I don't like this. Another Odyssey film. Hasn't that been made like 5 times already? Jeez. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Got a tie ball game out here in Santa Clara right now, 28 all, but the Niners are driving once again. Noah Sewell just went down, and that's why we are at an injury timeout right now. It is a shootout. Absolutely. We've had 42 points scored so far, and doesn't look like there's any signs of that stopping right now. Hopefully, the Bears can come out on the right side of it. But with the way this defense is playing right now, it doesn't look like they're going to be stopping anybody. That is the unfortunate truth here. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Anyways, showing us what happened to Noah Sewell. It's hard to tell, but second down and two, Purdy under center. He's got looks like three tight ends in there. Sends a man in motion, turns, hands it off to CMC, carries it up the middle. He's got the first down, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 5 on that second down carry. First down and 10, 7:26, 7:25, 7:24 remaining in this third quarter. 28 all. 49ers on the edge of Bears red zone, I believe, here. Or are they in it? Red zone, 4 drives, 4 touchdowns for these 49ers right now. Bears, of course, last week were real good in the red zone and against the Packers. Not the case so far this week. All the Packers points came from outside the red zone. So ball is at the Bears 17-yard line. Purdy under center turns, fakes the handoff this time, throws it out to the left. That's going to be complete to Jake Tongs once again for about a 5-yard gain. But there is laundry on the field, and they're going to call it offsides against the Bears. So either way, it's going to be about a 5-yard gain for this San Francisco offense. Yeah, they did, Bob. Those Packers took a whooping last night, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Offsides on Austin Booker on that play, and that's going to either way, it's a 5-yard gain for the 49ers. Bring up second down and 5. We are at 6:44, 6:43, 6:42 remaining in this third quarter. Ball is at the 12-yard line of Chicago now. First and 5 now after the penalty. Purdy hands off to CMC, carries it up the middle, and he will be met right at the line of scrimmage, this time by big Jervon Dexter. And that'll be a run for no gain, and that will bring up second down and 5. A 6:19, 6:18, 6:17 remaining in this third quarter. Jervon Dexter making the stop on Christian McCaffrey on that play. McCaffrey's out to the sideline now. I mean, he's got to be tired already. He's already carried the ball damn near 30 times in this game. We're only midway through the third quarter. Second down and 5, Purdy in the shotgun. He's got trips out to his left, 2 men to his right. One of those men crosses the formation, takes the snap, under pressure, throws out to his left, short pass, makes a man miss, and breaks through a tackler, and that is going to be just enough for a first down. San Francisco with first and goal, 5:36, 5:35, 5:34 remaining in this third quarter. 7 plays, 58 yards. San Francisco taking their sweet time on this drive right now. Short little swing pass was behind the line out to Brian Robinson, and he ends up making one man miss and then just gets physical for the rest of the way to pick up that first down. That will put the ball around the 7-yard line, just inside the 7-yard line. First and goal, Purdy in the I formation. Changing the play at the line now. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, rolling out to his left again. And it looks like he was going to try to run that one in, but Austin Booker managed to stay with him that time. However, he scrambles around, The coverage comes off of the men in the end zone, and he throws a short little pass out to Kyle Juszczyk for the touchdown. And this game is starting to get really annoying because the Bears cannot stop anybody at the moment. 35 or 34-28, pending the extra points. My goodness. Austin Booker had good pressure, had him dead to rights, but then he makes a miss. Of course, big Andrew Billings can't get to him because he's not going to change direction on a dime there. And then short little pass out to Kyle Juszczyk, who's just standing in the corner of the end zone. The extra point is through, and San Francisco has a 7-point lead once again as the Bears cannot stop anything. Juszczyk. Ugh, this is not fun right now. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We have just watched the 9th touchdown of this game be scored as the Niners have retaken the lead 35-28. And now the Bears offense will be getting the ball back after a kick. Hopefully they can go down and score again. I don't like this manner of game. I grew up a Bears fan. Bears have always had good defense for the most part. It's been a few years here and there where the defense was bad, but for the most part, the defenses were always good. To watch this team not be able to stop San Francisco at all is just annoying the crap out of me right now. It really is. I do not like it. Ugh. Bears need a 3 technique. Bears need a pass rusher. A good old-fashioned hand in the ground, bull rushing pass rusher. And they're paying way too much money to Montez Sweat to be that man. It's a boring game. It's not a boring game. It's an annoying game because the Bears can't stop anyone. But how is 9 touchdowns being scored boring? I don't think that's boring at all. It's just taking too long, if anything. We're almost 2.5 hours in. We're still not out of the third quarter. Where is Dick Butkus? Dick Butkus, yeah. Unfortunately, Dick Butkus is no longer with us. But if he was on the field, he would be tackling them all, my friend. We know that. Bears usually run the ball on teams. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier is that the Niners are basically doing to the Bears what the Bears did to the Eagles on Black Friday earlier this year. Just running it right down their throat. I am 49ers and want someone to do a mistake. Well, hopefully it's the 49ers then. Hopefully you get your wish. They already did it. They started the game out with a huge mistake, Purdy throwing a pick 6. But they've looked pretty good since. Especially on that play. I mean, Purdy making it happen with his legs again. I was not aware Purdy was so athletic with his legs. All right. Eddie Pinheiro getting ready to kick this ball away. And of course, just as he's getting ready to kick it, they want to cut to Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth. Chris Collinsworth, I'm sure, has been filleting Brock Purdy this entire game. Ball is taken in around the 3-yard line by Josh Blackwell, who's going to cut across the field, and he'll be brought down around the 20-yard line. And that is where the Bears will take over. Bears special teams not looking great on returns so far today. I think their best starting field position when not taking a touchback is about the 23-yard line so far. So need to do a little better on the returns there. I don't mind. Well, you have an interesting way of watching or cheering for your team because I know I don't want my team to screw up. That's for sure. You want somebody to break serve. I get it. All right. Caleb under center, sends Duvernay in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift, carries it up the middle, and that's going to be good for about a 5-yard gain on first down. Second down incoming, 4:37, 4:36, 4:35 remaining in this third quarter. Bears down by 7, unable to make any stops, so hopefully they can keep their offense going. Bears have run 12 runs, 18 passes. Caleb in the shot or under center fakes the handoff, gets it out to Swift in the flat, and he is going to have that for a gain of about 10 yards on that little dump off to Swift, and that will bring up first down. 4:02 remaining in this third quarter. I'm just getting frustrated with the way this game is being played. Is just like I say, I want to see some Bears defense. We're on offense right now, so I mean it is what it is. But man, last week that Bears defense, they came out just ready to smash people in the mouth in the fourth quarter and overtime. So I'll get out of here with the rig nonsense. DeAndre Swift takes the handoff. He carries over the right side, and that's going to go for about a gain of 2 yards. Second down incoming, 3:30, 3:29, 3:28 remaining in this third quarter. The NFL isn't competent enough to rig the games. You know, they could try, but all right, dude. Why are you watching my stream then? Go away. I don't need your nonsense. All right, Caleb in the shotgun, empty backfield. He's got 2 tight ends, 3 wideouts. DJ Moore didn't even realize the ball had been snapped. Or no, excuse me, that wasn't DJ Moore. Whoever the receiver was on the near side was looking to the ref to see if he was lined up properly. Didn't even see that the ball had been snapped, so that took him out of the play immediately. DJ Moore was lined up on the right side, and he was basically mugged before that ball was thrown, but it was inside of 5 yards, so it's a legal play. Third down and 8 incoming, 3:02 remaining on the clock. Ben Johnson looking frustrated as ever, and I feel him right now. Ball at the 37-yard line of Chicago. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up next to him. 2 tight ends, or 1 tight end, 3 wideouts. Caleb rolling out to his left now. Throwing it out there. And that is going to be complete to Luther Burden along the sideline for a first down. However, there is a flag on the play. Let's see what this call is going to be. That's going to be offsides on the defense, so that will be declined. And the Bears have another first down. Nice play by Luther Burden. That is Bryce Huff, the defensive end, being called for offsides on that play. He was lined up in the neutral zone. You can see his hands lined up right on that blue line they put as the line of scrimmage on the TV. But Caleb with a nice pass to Luther Burden, who just kind of sinks, keeps his feet about him, and puts his butt right on the ground there, and it's a first down Bears. Ball is now at the 44 of San Francisco. Or no, that's wrong. The 36 of San Francisco. My bad. Caleb under center takes a snap, hands it off to Swift, who will be met in the backfield for a loss of 2, maybe 3 yards. Who was that knifing in there? Once again, Bethune making another play on defense. That guy is just flying all over the field for this Niners defense. Tatum Bethune. 28-35, 203, 202, 201 remaining. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up next to him. 3 wideouts. Takes the snap. Looking over to his left. Throws it out there. It's going to be complete to Ja'Day Walker, who will be able to keep his feet, but unable to get the first down. He will be just about a yard shy of the first down marker. That will bring up third down and 1. 147, 146, 145 remaining in this third quarter. Lots of smiles on 49ers. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share. Caleb under center. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion out here now. We got 3 tight ends on the field, 1 wide receiver, and DeAndre Swift. Komet in motion, takes the snap, hands off to Swift, carries it up the left side, and he's going to be very close to a first down, but there is a flag on the field. And the ref has marked him short of the line. The flag is in the backfield, and they're going to call holding on the Bears on that play. Ozzie Trapillo, the left tackle, the rookie left tackle, being called for the hold, and that will bring this 3rd and 1 back to 3rd and 11 now. Looks like the Niners are going to break serve here. Ozzie Trapillo definitely with a bad hold on that one. Had a handful of jersey and shoulder pad there. 119 remaining in this third quarter. Third down and 11 now after the holding penalty. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up next to him. Ball at the 37-yard line of San Francisco. Burden in motion. Tooney looking back at him now. Takes the snap. Dropping back, rolling left. Caleb just going to try to pick this one up on his legs now, but that was not a good decision. Gets down to about the 30, and he's going to be about 4 yards short of the first down marker. I'm not sure what Caleb saw in the open field there to pull the ball down so quickly. I mean, maybe there just wasn't anybody, open downfield, but he looked pretty sure of himself on that one. It is 4th down and 5. Coach Johnson not going to settle for a field goal on this one, and I don't blame him because the way this game's been going, you're just going to get left in the dust if you try to settle for a field goal here. 23 seconds, 22 seconds, 21 seconds remaining in this third quarter. It is 4th down and 5. Caleb in the shotgun, Swift lined up next to him. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts. Takes the snap, looking left, fires it out there. Colston Loveland coming up with the catch and a Bears first down. And that's how this quarter will end, with the Bears threatening just outside the 49ers red zone. That is the end of the third quarter. Niners with the lead, 35-28. Right now, Caleb getting as much heroics done as he possibly can, but it looks like this might come down to the Bears defense needing to get a freaking stop for our team to come up with a victory. Now, mind you, the Bears did have a lot of illnesses going out. They're crossing 2 time zones. They had 8 guys listed as sick on the and questionable on the injury report going into this game. So, they're trying to keep pace here as best they can. 35-28, Bears with the first down, threatening as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Welcome in, welcome in. I see Jessica is back. Thank you. Welcome back, Jessica. Please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channel, share. And we are about to hit the fourth quarter where the Niners have a 7-point lead. Had to boot some joker from my TikTok stream earlier because he's just, football's rigged. All pro sports are rigged, blah, blah, blah. Like, dude, if that's how you feel, fine, but you don't need to come up in my stream with your nonsense. Me personally, I think that the NFL is too, they're too incompetent to rig the games. Even if they tried, they would fail. And the other thing is that so many people would need to be in on the conspiracy that you would never be able to keep it quiet. So that's why I do not believe pro sports are rigged. Welcome in. We are just getting ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Bears have the ball, I believe, just outside of the red zone of San Francisco. Was unable to see the spots there, but Colston Loveland coming up with a nice catch on 4th down there. Keeping the Bears drive alive. Coach Johnson not settling for the field goal there, which is a call I certainly agreed with in that spot because the Bears defense ain't stopping anybody. So Denver call yesterday can say maybe. What? I don't know what you're saying. All right, we are back from the commercial break. Players back on the field. It is loud down there at Levi's Stadium. Ball at the 22-yard line of San Francisco. Caleb in the shotgun. He's got 2 backs. Hands it off to Swift. Gets hit in the backfield, but makes a man miss. Breaks through, and he is going to score. Touchdown. And we start this fourth quarter with a DeAndre Swift touchdown. Bears 1 point away from tying this thing up. DeAndre Swift with a nice move to make a man miss and then breaks through the line. I tell you, DeAndre Swift toward the beginning of the year was not a fan, did not like his style of running, but he has really come on ever since, I would say, the Las Vegas game is when he really started to pick up his game, and hit the holes the way Coach Johnson wants them to. So, Cairo Santos on to attempt this extra points. The snap, the spot, the kick is up. It is through, and we once again have a tie ball game out in Santa Clara, 35 all. We are 6 seconds into the fourth quarter. If the Bears go for two, or if either team goes for two, it would probably be like towards the end of the game. You only do it in a situation where you're like, okay, we're going to end this game right now. At this point in the game, it's a little too early for that. You're just trying to keep pace right now. That's all you're trying to do. You said last week the Pope has something to do with these Bears. I mean, it definitely has a little bit of a mystique around it. That's for sure. Especially the way they came back last week. It was pretty much magical. They were talking about it during the week that game against the Packers, I mean, that's really the first good Bears Packer memory for an entire generation of Bears fans. I mean, my kid, that's their first good memory of a Bear Packer game. Unfortunately, they had to be working during it, but at least they got to watch the highlights after. All right, Cairo Santos getting ready to kick this one away. We are tied 35 all, 6 seconds ticked off the clock in the fourth quarter. Ball is in the air. This will be taken around the 3-yard line. It is Sky Moore on the return. He's out across the 25 down at the 30. Looks like he'll be brought down around the 31-yard line, where San Francisco will once again take over, 1st and 10. And we need some defense, gentlemen. Let's go. Let's get a stop. Defense. Defense. Yes, I'm a nerd. I'm a dork. Call me what you want. But God damn it, we need some defense. All right, Brock Purdy under center. And looks like they're going to be trying to run this. He fakes the handoff, rolls out to his left, a little bit of pressure, not much. Gets that completed out to Ricky Pearsall. Easy 8-yard pitch and catch. That will bring up second down, 14:38, 14:37, 14:36 remaining in this fourth quarter. Oh, I'm definitely a fan, that's for sure. Oh, Jessica, leave me alone. Just keep hitting the like. I'm teasing you, Jessica. All right, 35 all, second down and 2, 14:20, 14:19, 14:18 remaining in this fourth quarter. Brock Purdy under center. He's got a stack out to his right. Use check in motion, turns, hands it off to CMC, cuts back, gets the first down, and he will have a gain of about 4 yards on that second down carry. There is a flag on the play, though. Let's check that laundry. Early indication is that it's against the 49ers. That is indeed the call. That is a hold being called against the backup left tackle. I do not have his name written down, but that is the man replacing Big Trent Williams. I always try to write down oh no, that's the right guard. Who is that? Oh, I do have him. Dominic Puni. Puni. Dominic Puni. What a horrible last name to have, that's for sure. But anyways, that hold will bring up second down and 12 now. 13:53, 13:52 remaining. Purdy in the shotgun, McCaffrey in motion. He's got 3 wideouts. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking right, under pressure, stepping up in the pocket, going out to his left now. Throwing it and then fakes the throw, and he's going to just pick up about 5 yards on his legs. That will bring up third down. Brock Purdy making as much as he can happen back there. Austin Booker was in hot pursuits, but Purdy, after taking that one big shot earlier in the game from Austin Booker, has developed better vision in the, behind, more eyes in the back of his head since taking that big hit earlier in the game. He has not been sacked since. Third down and 7 incoming after the nice little 5-yard pickup there. McCaffrey lined up in the backfield. Purdy in the shotgun takes the snap, looking to his right, under pressure, stepping up in the pocket, delivering over the middle. That will be complete to Ricky Pearsall, who crosses midfield for a 49er first down. Bears cannot get a stop to save their lives right now. San Francisco on 3 plays already into Bears territory. Ricky Pearsall On the in-cutting route being covered by Nashawn Wright. Once again, Nashawn is not healthy. You can see it out there. He can't keep up with these guys. Nashawn, who's been having an amazing year, clearly has something wrong with him out there. He is not healthy. First down and 10, ball at the 46-yard line of Chicago. Purdy takes the shotgun snap, drops back, throwing out to his right. He's looking for Pearsall once again, who is covered by Tyreek Stevenson, just throws it over his head and out of bounds. Second down and 10 incoming with 12:16 remaining in this fourth quarter. 35 all, San Francisco driving. They are in Bears territory at around the 46-yard line. Second down incoming. Bears really needing a stop. Defense. Purdy under center, sends a man in motion, turns, hands it off to Brian Robinson, who carries it up the right side. Jervon Dexter gets a hold of him, and he will just stand him up after that play. It'll be a gain of 2, maybe 3 on that play, and third down incoming. Bears needing a stop. Defense. Defense. Let's go. 11:53, 11:52, 11:51 remaining in this fourth quarter. It is third down. Let's check the yardage here as soon as they mark it for us. Third down and 7, they're calling it. Bears needing the stop here. Ball at the 42-yard line of, just shy of the 42-yard line of Chicago. Purdy in the shotgun. CMC lined up next to him. Takes a snap, looking left, under pressure. Ball will fall incomplete, looking for Jawan Jennings. That is the first real pressure the Bears have had on Purdy all day. They brought the blitz, and it actually paid off for once. 4th and 7 incoming, and it looks like the 49er offense is going to stay on the field. Let's see what happens here. Austin Booker getting a hand on the shoulder. It affected the throw just enough, but they brought 6 on that play. Austin Booker almost getting home on that play. All right, the offense has come off the field. The Niners are opting to punt this one away. The Bears came up with a stop. My goodness. We're going to have to do more of the defense chant, I guess, huh? If it works, we do it. Punt is up in the air. Nice high kick. Fair catch called for, taken in at the 10-yard line. Well, the 11-yard line by Devin Duvernay, and that is where the Bears will take over with 11:23 remaining in this fourth quarter. We are tied at 35, and the Bears have finally come up with a stop, and they will be getting the ball. Right? More defense. Well, not right now, because we don't want to cheer for the defense that's about to take the field. Now it's offense, but there really isn't an offense cheer. You just got to be quiet and let your offense work. Bears fans at Soldier Field, I will say, Bears fans at Soldier Field this year have been a lot better about being quiet when the offense is trying to work. Obviously, I haven't been there myself this year, as I've been sitting in this spot for every game this year. But I'm curious if they're running, the shh men at work or something like that at Soldier Field, because so many times in years past, the Bears are on offense and all the fans are in Soldier Field just screaming their damn heads off, while the Bears are trying to get a play called in. But it's been a lot better this year. I have to give them credit for that. So run, run, run. I just felt like running. Okay, I'm not going to do my Forrest Gump impersonations here. So, all right, let's see here. See if we have any more Twitter updates here from Big Z. Oh, he's actually posted quite a bit here. DeAndre Swift opens fourth quarter, 22-yard touchdown run. We knew that. Colston Loveland, highly productive on third and fourth down this year. Noah Sewell is out for the remainder of the game. We saw him go down with an ankle injury. Well, they brought a cart out for Sewell. I didn't see that. Yikes. That's no good. Joe Tryon Shoyinka 30 minutes ago ruled out with a concussion. Jeez. Tyreek Stevenson is spelling Jalen Johnson on defense right now. I did not notice that. I mean, I did see Jalen or Tyreek on the field. I didn't know Jalen was off the field though. Still wondering if Jalen came back a little too early from that abductor surgery, but he has been out there since. You know, and he's been in every game since he came back. So, all right, Bears taking over at their own 11, 35-35, 11:23 left on the clock. Caleb in the shotgun. Three wideouts, takes a snap, looking to his right, throws it out there, looking for Burden, has his man, got a first down. Man, is he fast, and he's already out to the 35, down about the 37-yard line is where Luther Burden will be brought down, and they cannot stop that young man. God, can he just move? He is so fast. Nice little quick throw out there. Ja'Day Walker out there blocking for him. But I mean, the ball was to him, and he had the first down within like the first two steps. There is he's just so fast. 10:48 left in this fourth quarter. Ball at the 36-yard line of Chicago. Caleb under center takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff to Monungai, rolling out to his left. Was going to throw it out to Colston Loveland, but doesn't, and he'll just scramble and pick up about 3, maybe 4 yards on his feet. I probably would have liked him to dump it off to Loveland earlier on that play because Loveland can make something happen with his legs. Not that Caleb can't, but a little more decisive earlier on in that play probably would have been good. Get that to Loveland and let him make the play. So, all right. 10-13, 10-12, 10-11 remaining in this fourth quarter. 35 all, second down and 7. That's pretty much what's going to happen. Whoever scores last wins. You ain't kidding. Caleb in the shotgun hands it off to Monungai, who's going to turn the corner on the left side there and is very close to a first down. That's probably going to bring up third down and about 1. A little less than 1 on this third down incoming. Ooh, what happened there? It looks like we had a San Francisco defender go down. Oh, yeah. Defensive back, who's that? Jordan Stout? No, Upton Stout is being evaluated for a concussion. Caleb on the QB sneak only needed 1 yard, picked up like 3 on the dive forward. So first down Bears, 9-12, 9-11, 9-10 remaining in this fourth quarter. Niners with 28 first downs, Bears with 19. I mean, the Bears 19, that's pretty good. But when the other team has 28, like, geez. Let's go Bears. I can't read your name because those are all Asian characters there. I'm not sure which characters, but let's go Bears. I agree. All right. Caleb under center. He's got 2 tight ends out there. 3 tight ends, 1 wide out, turns, fakes the handoff to Monungai. Throws it out to the left side. That is going to be complete to Colston Loveland, who's out across the 25-yard line, and another Bears first down. 8:30 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears trying to take the lead and force the 49ers to start playing catch up in this game. Let's take another look at that again. The ball was at the 48-yard line? Fake to Monungai. Throws it out there to Loveland, who had his man beat. You can't put a linebacker on Loveland. He's too fast for him. You can't put a DB on him because he's too big for him. What a mismatch. Yeah, Colston Loveland down at the 20-yard line. Bears in business. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Caleb under center. I formation behind him. Duvernay in motion. Pitch out to Monungai, and this play is going to be blown dead. Got a flag out here. And that's going to be a delay of game on the Bears. Not getting the playoff in time. That's unfortunate. We have not seen a lot of that since the beginning of the year. It was very close. It was a split second too long. It was very close, but it is what it is. So welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining me. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bears with the ball at the 25-yard line. 1st and 15 now after the penalty. 7:55 remaining in this fourth quarter. Caleb under center with an I formation behind him. DJ Moore out to his left, hands it off to Monungai, who will carry it up the middle, and he's going to fall forward for about 4 yards on that first down carry. Second down and 11 incoming, 7:46, 7:45, 7:44 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears trying to do a little power here towards the end of the game. The run game was somewhat lacking throughout a good portion of the game, but they're also playing catch up to a good portion of it too. So Caleb in the shotgun, Monungai lined up next to him. Takes the snap, looking left, throws it out to Monungai in the flat, and that's only going to be good for about 1.5 yards on that second down play. And now we have a flag being thrown downfield. I am not sure what happened there, but Monungai looks happy about it. I think we're going to have some sort of personal foul because the ref came in there and just basically threw that flag all the way across the field. Let's see what happened here. Oh, DB grabbing Colston Loveland's face mask, doing some hand fighting. Who was that? That's not the DB. That's Tatum Bethune, the linebacker who has been making plays for the San Francisco defense all day. Now makes a dum dum hand fighting with Colston Loveland and grabs him by the face mask, costing him a 15-yard penalty. This drive was on the verge of dying out. It was about to be 3rd and 9, and the 15-yarder gives Bears new life. That's going to be 1st and goal. 7:02, 7:01, 7 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter. Caleb takes the under center snap, fakes the handoff, throws it out to the right to Colston Loveland, who comes down with it, but is only going to have a gain of about 1, maybe 2 yards. I think there's a good chance Monungai scores. Bears have 2nd and goal now, and they're going to be at about the 8-yard line. See what Ben Johnson has cooked up for this. Taking their sweet time, and I don't blame them. You don't really want to have too much clock left, but then again, who knows? Anyways, Caleb under center, Monungai lined up in the backfield behind him, sending Komet in motion, 3 other receivers on the field. Caleb drops back, little underhanded throw to Monungai that gets him tackled a yard shy of the line of scrimmage. I don't know what the heck is going on out here. Refs were afraid to blow the play dead there. That was about one of the ugliest pass plays I ever seen in my life there. I can't wait to show you guys that one on a review. Jeez. Underhanded throw to Monungai. And it just goes nowhere. It probably won't show up in the highlight reel, but if it does, I'm gonna put it in there. Caleb in the shotgun, 3rd and goal, ball at the 11-yard line. Jade Walker in motion now, takes the snap, looking over the middle, looking left, throws out to Monungai. It's too high for him, and he ends up dropping it. Could have been picked by the DB who was coming in behind him, but it ends up 4th and goal. And I'm curious if Ben Johnson's gonna go for it here or if he's just gonna settle for 3. Bro, you are an NPC, bum ass Bears fan. I would say the trash is the one coming in and clowning on my stream. So what do you care about my hat? I have plenty of hats. Bears settle for the field goal and snap spot. The kick is up and it is through, and the Bears take the 3-point lead with 5:22 remaining in this fourth quarter. If your feed is off, you can pause the feed that is ahead in order to line it up with my stream if that's what you wish. That is the intended way to watch my stream, is to line up your broadcast on your TV with with the audio of my stream. That's why I give you the frequent timestamps here. That way you guys can have the opportunity to do that. But Niners would probably score. The Bears won. Well, no, the Bears haven't won. I wish they had, but we still have about 5.5 minutes left of game here, so it is most certainly not over. The Bears did manage to make a stop and go up by 3, but, they're still gonna have to make another stop. Bob's right. Defense. Defense. I should probably go take a pee for the D real quick. Let's do that. Gotta mute you guys so you can't. All right. Hopefully the P for the D worked there. Yeah, that'd be nice, Bob. Start the day with a pick, end the day with a pick. That'd be pretty sweet. Cracks me up when people come into your streams thinking that you're not gonna shut them down for talking that trash. It's just annoying. Not gonna sit here and take that. I will just block you. I like knowing what happens so I know what to watch for. That's funny. All right, this ball will bounce on the kickoff, but they're still going to get a decent return on it out to the 25. But woo, was that mishandled? And that could have been very ugly for these 49ers. However, they will get this ball around their own 25, and that's where they will start out this drive, 1st and 10. And the Bears still needing stops. Defense. Defense. Bob does have good ideas. All right. Brock under center takes the snap, hands it off to CMC, surges forward for about 3 yards, and that is where he will be stopped. It'll be 2nd down now. I see Jalen Johnson is back on the field after he was off on the last series or two there. 5:02 remaining in this fourth quarter. Bears needing another stop. Brock Purdy with a little side stitch out there. It don't surprise me. The guy has been getting quite the workout today. He's basically carrying a load for this team. He's doing everything he can to stay limber and stay in this game. All right, 443, 442, 441 remaining. Brock Purdy in the shotgun, CMC and all kinds of motion out there. Takes the snap, drops back, looking left, under pressure now. Throws left. That is going looking for CMC, and that is defended by CJ Gardner Johnson, bringing up 3rd down and 6 now with 4:32 remaining. CJ Gardner Johnson with a nice play. Bears defense finally waking up here now. Let's keep it going, gentlemen. Defense. Defense. All right. Yeah, CJ Gardner Johnson staying with McCaffrey the whole way on that play, doing a good job covering. 3rd down and 6. Jawan Jennings in motion. Purdy in the shotgun takes a snap, looking out to his left. Under pressure, throwing out to his right. That's going to be complete to Jake Tongs, and he will have just enough for a 1st down. Managed to pick up 1 extra yard than what he needed for the sticks. 1st and 10 incoming. Oh my goodness. Bob, I think this is going to be another cardiac ending here, is honestly what I think is going to happen. I think the Niners are going to take this right down to the last few seconds of the game, and they're going to try to score with no time left on the clock. All right. Purdy takes the snap, drops back, looking over the middle, gets it complete to CMC for a short gain, and he is met by Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards, and that will be a gain of about 345, 344, 343 remaining in this fourth quarter. Edwards and Edmonds converging on McCaffrey. Nice tackle. That's what I want to see from my linebackers out here. Second down and 7. Purdy in the shotgun. Tongs in motion there. He's got Juszczyk and McCaffrey lined up next to him. Takes the snap, looking right, dumps it off to Tongs, but does not come up with it. He drops it because he was looking to go downfield before he actually secured the ball. However, there is a flag on this play. Let's check this one. Hopefully nobody on the defense was offsides. We have illegal use of the hands to the face, which is going to be an automatic first down. Who's getting called for that one? I'm not able to see who got called for that one. Oh, it's Javon Dexter getting called for illegal use of hands to the face. Yeah, he had a handful of face mask, unfortunately, there. Well, can't argue with that call. Ball is now at the, well, Purdy drops back, throws out to the right, short to McCaffrey, who's got room to run. Convoy out in front of him. He has the first down out across the Chicago 40, and that's going to be where the Niners have a first down, and they are now in field goal range. Clock stopped at 3:04, first and 10, San Francisco. The play started at the San Francisco 44-yard line and ends on the Chicago 40-yard line. After one man missed, there was just nobody out there to bring him down. Who was that could have had the opportunity? CJ Gardner Johnson, but he got blocked in the back and they don't even call that. What is that? First and 10, ball at the Chicago 38. Purdy takes the shotgun snap, hands it off to Brian Robinson, who will go for no gain. 258, 257, 256 remaining in this fourth quarter. CMC really sucking wind on the sideline there. Second down incoming. 38-35 Chicago. Bears needing to hold here. A field goal ties this thing up. A touchdown puts them in very dire straits, unfortunately. 232, 231, 230 remaining. Purdy in the shotgun. He's got Tongs in motion. Brian Robinson lined up next to him. Now Juszczyk goes into motion, takes the snap, looking over the middle, fires wide open Jawan Jennings. Fire misses, and Jennings goes into the end zone. 2:15 remaining in this fourth quarter, and the Niners will take the lead. 41-38. And they are going to go for 2, which I think would be a curious move. Because you're up by 3. You just kick the extra point to go up by 4. Why would you go for 2 here? All right, Bears are going to have the ball with 2 minutes and all 3 timeouts. Caleb going to have to do it a 7th time. Yeah, you ain't kidding. All right, they are not going for 2. I thought that was interesting. Why would Purdy say go for 2? But anyways, 38-41. Pinheiro for the extra point. The kick is through, and the Niners have taken a 4-point lead with 2:15 remaining in this fourth quarter. What a game we have had so far. Almost no defense, all offense. The Bears did manage to get one stop in the fourth quarter here. So they weren't playing catch up the entire time, but they now have an opportunity to end this game. They have all 3 of their timeouts, the 2-minute warning, 2:15 remaining, and the Bears about to get the ball back. Oh boy. Bob, I see you said you took your meds. I'm about to run downstairs and maybe grab an infused beverage, but might be too little too late at this point. Oh my goodness. 42-38. 70 points scored in no, 80 points scored in this freaking game. I did not have that on my bingo card. Hey, you know what? I'm not a ketchup hater. And honestly, the one thing I do hate is people who put mayo on their hamburgers. That's one thing that don't belong on their hamburgers. I'm with Bruce Willis on that one. But I'm not a ketchup Nazi. If you want to put it on your hot dog, go ahead. I know Bob over here is gonna say blasphemy, but I don't mind the ketchup. Did Vegas get wrong? Yes or no? I'm not a big Vegas follower, but I imagine that the this game has definitely hit the over with 80 points. There's no way that they had the over under higher than 80, that's for sure. Bears defense has been trash all day, but Niners defense ain't been that good either. Remind you that, this is a 42-38 game right now. So, oh yeah. 2:15 remaining. Bears about to get the kick. All three of their timeouts. Peeing for the D definitely did me no good on that drive. That's for sure. I think P for the D has worked less. I honestly, I think it's only worked a couple of times all year. I think every time I P for the D, the opposing team always scores. I got a stress test in 2 weeks. This hasn't helped. I bet. Although who knows? Maybe this is the workout you needed. Maybe your stress test you passed with flying colors this time. You'd be like, I've been through all the stress in the world. I'm calm now, baby. All right. 2:15 remaining. Teams are back on the field, just waiting for Pinheiro to kick this one away. We're going to find out, Anthony. I really hope they can. They've done it 6 times so far this year. We're shooting for number 7 now. Of course, referring to Bears fourth quarter / OT comebacks. 42-38, Eddie Pinheiro on the field, ready to kick this away. The ball is in the air, line drive kick going through the end zone, and that will be taken a knee by Josh Blackwell, and the Bears will start at their own 35. Thankfully, they did not run that out of the end zone there because they had done that a few times today when they probably shouldn't have. Caleb having a good day today, 20 of 29, 281 yards, 2 touchdowns. Caleb needed 600 yards total in the last 2 games in order to become the first Bears quarterback to ever throw for 4,000 yards. And he's close to hitting that 300-yard mark for today. So he could still do it. All right, Caleb in the shotgun with 3 wideouts. He's got Loveland at tight end, hands it off to Swift, who carries it up the middle. He's going to go for about a 5-yard gain, gets hit hard from behind. I do not like how that looked. Or was that Loveland that was Loveland who went down hard from behind. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning after the 5-yard gain. It will be 2nd down and 5 from the 40-yard line when we come back from the break. 2 minutes remaining. We still have all 3 timeouts. And the Bears with every opportunity to get this victory. The only thing I would be wary of is scoring too fast. But let's just get these points, and we worry about it after the fact. Yeah, I would hate for Caleb to air out a dime on the next play, score the touchdown, go up, and then immediately give the ball back to the 49ers with 2 of their timeouts still remaining. That would suck. But let's just do what we can do. Get these points. Welcome in. We are getting down to the wire here. We are at the 2-minute warning. For those of you who are just joining me, please don't forget to like the stream, subscribe to the channels, share with any other Bears fans you think might enjoy a Bears fan bias. We only have 1 regular season broadcast left on the year. That is, of course, next week, closing it out against the Lions. But then we have our first home playoff game since the 2018 season. And that will most likely be taking wild card weekend. But I'm still holding out hope that we're going to get that first round bye. Again, if the Bears manage to win tonight, they would need these 49ers to turn around and beat Seattle next week. But the problem with that is that if the 49ers lose tonight, they essentially have nothing to play for and they would have no incentive to go out and beat Seattle next week. So, very slim chance of the Bears actually getting the number 1 seed regardless of the outcome of this game. But it can't happen if you don't get this win, so let's get this win, gentlemen. Bears do got lucky charms out the ass. As Chris Sims would say, they got the golden horseshoe shoved up there. Yes, sir. We do got to hang on to the ball. They say, I think the only curse to us right now would be scoring too fast. Coming up, week 18 schedule release. That's right. They basically mark everything as TBA for week 18. All right. Ball is at the 40-yard line. 2nd down and 5. Bears, of course, 6 wins when trailing in the final 2 minutes of 4th quarter, most in a season in NFL history, and now they need to come up with another one. My goodness. All right, Caleb in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to his right, 1 to his left. Colston Loveland in motion. Swift lined up next to him. Takes the snap, looking to his left. Throws it out to the right, looking for DeAndre Swift on a dump off, but does not get it to him. There is a flag on a play. 1:55 remaining. Let's check the laundry. We have a defensive hold on the 49ers. That's going to be an automatic 1st down and 5 yards. Chase Lucas, one of the backup DBs. I think he's the backup nickelback. Grabbing onto Luther Burden downfield. Getting the Bears the 5-yard automatic 1st down. I love it. 1:55 remaining. 42-38 San Francisco. Ball is just shy of the 45-yard line. Caleb in the shotgun. Luther Burden in motion. DeAndre Swift lined up next to him. Takes the shotgun snap. Looking over the middle. Delivers. Ball is tipped in the air, and that will fall incomplete. It was dangerously up there a long time, but that will fall incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Big man getting his hand up there. That's the defensive tackle, Alfred Collins, getting his hand up there. Rookie on rookie action there. Yeah, Drew Dahlman working against him, but the defensive tackle, who's a rookie, blocking the pass from the rookie. No, what am I talking about, rookie? Caleb ain't no damn rookie. I pretend like this is his rookie year because last year was just, let's just forget about what happened under Eberflus. Anyways, Caleb in the shotgun. 2nd, it takes the snap. Looking left, looking over the middle. Throws right to Swift, crosses midfield, and he'll be brought down short of the sticks. That'll be about 3 yards shy of the 1st down. 3rd down incoming. 138, 137, 136 remaining on the clock. Bears still with all 3 of their timeouts. They're calling this the 49-yard line. It is 3rd down and 4. Caleb in the shotgun. 2 tight ends, 2 wideouts, all split out wide. Swift lined up next to him. And now we have a stoppage. Looks like the Bears may be burning their 1st timeout. It is San Francisco burning their 1st timeout with 1:24 remaining. The heart's pumping, Bob. Let's go Bears. Let's go Bears. 49ers are currently winning 42-38, 1:24 remaining. Bears have the ball on the San Francisco 49-yard line, 3rd down and 4. And we are at a timeouts currently. I appreciate the invites, but I will decline as this is just a solo stream. We're closing in on the end here. I need no chaos right now. Thank you, though. 3rd down and 4. The timeout is over. Players are back on the field. 1:24 remaining. 42-38. Caleb in the shotgun. Looks like he's going to have an empty backfield behind him. Takes the snap, looking over the right, looking over the middle. Now he's going to roll out to his left. Caleb just going to be resigned to picking this up with his legs. He does so. 1st down on the scramble. 1:17 remaining and a fresh set of downs for these Bears. Caleb out across the 45-yard line there. Bears still in business. Very nice. Very nice scramble, Caleb. First and 10, 117 remaining. Niners still leading by 4 points. Heart's pumping here. Caleb in the shotgun, sending a man in motion. He's got Swift lined up next to him. Takes a snap, looking to his right, fires it out there to Colston Loveland, who was unable to come up with it. Ball was coming in hot and was thrown slightly behind Loveland. 113 remaining, and this will bring up second down and 10. Coach Johnson digging deep into that Denny's menu there. Caleb Williams, 21 of 32 for 287 yards right now. Ball at the 45. Caleb takes the shotgun snap, throws over the middle, and that goes incomplete. Looking for Cole Kmet. I'm not entirely sure what he saw. Maybe he was just throwing to a spot out there is more likely what happened. Third down and 10 now incoming. Nerves are settling in. Sounds good, Bob. 42, 38, 109 remaining. Third down and 10 now. Ball still at the 45 of San Francisco. Caleb in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right, sends a man in motion, takes a snap, basically staring down Luther Burden, gets it complete out to him, who's going to have the first down, out across the 35, down to the 30, 102, 101, 1 minute remaining, all 3 timeouts still in their pocket. Luther Burden, man, Caleb was staring at him the whole time and still got the ball to him. Oh my goodness. Caleb in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to his left, 1 to his right, takes a snap, looking left, gets it out to Luther Burden again, and that's going to be at the 26-yard line, second down incoming, and that is where the Bears will burn their first time out with 39 seconds remaining. That play to get the first down to Burden, like I said, he was staring at him the whole time. And he just made one little juke move. And Lucas could not change direction fast enough. Lost his feet. That was an ankle breaker. Twice he broke his ankles on the same play. Oh my goodness. Luther Burden, so fast, so elusive. They ought to put that guy on the return team, although he's more valuable in the open field as a receiver. 8 targets, 8 catches, 138 yards, and a touchdown for Luther Burden. That is like a perfect game almost. Second down and 5, 40 seconds remaining. Ball at the 26-yard line of San Francisco. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up next to him. 3 wideouts and a tight end. Takes a snap, looking over the middle. Under pressure, rolling out to his right. Fires it out, looking for Duvernay, but that will fall incomplete. Third down and 5 incoming. Jailbreak on that one. They brought 6 on that one. Bears were unable to block it, but man, had he hit Duvernay on that one, that would have been touchdown. There was nobody in front of him. That's the play you got to make, Caleb. Burden is a rookie. This is his first year with the league. All right, third down and 5. Caleb in the shotgun, sends a man in motion. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Pressure, throws it out there. Oh, Burden had it in his hands, unable to come up with it. That's going to bring up 4th down and 5 with 33 seconds remaining. Caleb with a decent throw, hit Burden in the hands, but excellent defensive play to break up the pass. Oh, no. It was just a little bit high, and Burden really dropped it. The original broadcast angle, the sideline view, made it look like a better defensive play than it was, but it was really just a drop by Burden, unfortunately. That sucks, but the kid has been beasting the whole game. Bears are going to use their second time out here before the 4th down play. I think that's a good call for sure. Yeah, this is nerve-wracking. Burden is yeah, he's got some side stitch. He's not gonna be on the field, I don't think, for this 4th down play. It looks like he's dealing with a little pain there, but 33 seconds remaining, 4th down and 5. Ball at the 26-yard line of San Francisco. Bears needing the 1st down to keep the game alive, needing the touchdown to get the victory. And if they do it, this would be the 7th time this year that they have come from behind in the 4th quarter to get the victory. And they got to stop doing this to me. Oh my goodness. Down by 4, 33 seconds. Back on the field, breaking the huddle. Caleb in the shotgun. And I would not be surprised if Shanahan burns a timeout here. Man in motion. Caleb takes the snap. Throwing over the middle. Easy catch to Colston Loveland. Has the 1st down, and he's going to be brought down around the 12-yard line. 1st down and 10. 25 seconds left on the clock. And that is where Ben Johnson will use the final timeout. Oh my goodness. Bears keep the drive alive, and they have 25 seconds left to work with, but no timeouts. Ball is at the 12-yard line now. Bears needing a touchdown. Dude, it is pumping so hard right now. God. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. I don't know why I get so nervous with these games. I mean, it's just a sports game, but I love this freaking football team. I love this laundry. I don't know why. I just do. Played blue and orange since I was 3 years old. I can tell that the Lions do miss him. They miss him and Aaron Glenn, I think. But Ben Johnson was probably the architect of all that greatness. They got the ball marked at the 13-yard line. Yeah, right. Caleb in the shotgun, 2 wideouts to his left, takes the snap. Do not get sacked. He's just going to throw it away. Couldn't find anybody. 4 seconds tick off the clock, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. 21 seconds remaining. Ball at the 13-yard line. Bears down by 4, needing the touchdown. $80 points scored in this game, and we need 6 more. My goodness. 42, 38, 2nd down and 10, 21 seconds remaining. Ball at the 13. Caleb in the shotgun. Swift lined up next to him. 2 tight ends to his right, 2 wideouts to his left. Takes the snap, looking right, throws it out to Loveland, who catches it, pitches it out to Swift, but he's going to be tackled just shy of the sticks. 12 seconds, 11 seconds, 10 seconds. They got to clock this ball. Let's get this clock. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, 5 seconds remaining. Ball is clocked. They tried a little hook and ladder play to get in the end zone. It almost worked. Bears have 2nd and goal with 4 seconds remaining from the 2-yard line. Oh my God. What is going on here? I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Almost worked. Colston Loveland catches the ball, pitches it back to DeAndre Swift, who had to make an entire group of 49ers miss, unfortunately. 2nd and goal from the 2.5-yard line. This is essentially the ball game. This is the last play. Caleb drops back, looking, 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 looking. Incomplete. Game over. 49ers win. Oh my God. Caleb was scrambling around back there for an hour and a half. Could not find anybody. Honestly, should have just ran it in. After his second step, second juke move, he should have just started going towards the end zone with his legs. Oh man, Bears go out. Oh no, Luther Burden injured on the play. No. Bears go out to Santa Clara, take the loss, and Luther Burden is injured on the final play of the game. Final score 42-38. Brock Purdy and the 49ers outplay Caleb Williams and the Bears. 80 points scored in this game. I didn't see that coming, that's for sure. Not one bit. 49ers still alive for the 1 seed. And all they got to do is go and beat Seattle next week. Caleb got a little tear in his eye. I can see it as he runs off the field. And Luther Burden is in severe pain, man. To lose the game and then lose him on top of it, that would be absolutely horrible. But yeah, Caleb just trying to keep it alive for way too long. He made a man miss right there after the first man missed. He should have just ran it in. And Tooney did not even attempt to block whoever that was on that pressure there. Who was that? Yatur Grossmatos. That's the first time I called that name all day. But Tooney didn't even really attempt to block him on that play. Tries to get it to Ja'Day Walker in the end zone, but it bounces and doesn't make it. Oh, that is it. Game over in Santa Clara. The Bears went out to cross 2 time zones to play in a night game with a bunch of sick players and almost pulled it off. I don't feel too terrible about it, but the last thing we want to see is the 49ers get the 1 seed, because then the Super Bowl literally goes through Santa Clara, because the Super Bowl is being played in Santa Clara this year. So if the 49ers were to clinch the 1 seed, they would never have to leave home again for the rest of the season. All right, Bob, I'm glad I can make it enjoyable. It wasn't the worst one in the world. You know what? It ain't excuses. It's the truth. It's an observation. These jokers, I tell you. Had enough of you too. It's always the ugliest looking dudes too. Shave your face. Anyways, uh Bears go take the loss. 80 points scored. I'm still proud of them. It is what it is. But close out the season at home against the Lions next year. Want to finish it strong. Hopefully pay them back for that damn 50 burger they put on us in week 2 this year. But yeah, we're gonna need to see some run defense. No, not a great game. Get out of here with that. Yeah, we need to see some run defense next week, because that was not good. And I'm sure that Dan Campbell, even though they're out of it, the Lions are still going to be looking to put a pounding on the Bears next week. So it is what it is. Bears take the L, drop to 11-5. But don't forget, they still have punched their playoff ticket. They still are NFC North champions. So it's not the end of the world. All right. So I'm going to end this YouTube stream. I'm going to see what this person wants over here. Good night, YouTube.